The following programme is recommended for those 16 and over, as it contains sporting violence, possible bad language and flashing imagery. It may be late afternoon in London, but for Anthony Joshua it's a new dawn. In a few hours, the former two-time heavyweight champion of the world will begin his bid to regain the crown when he steps back into the ring against Jermaine Franklin.
The new dawn of Anthony Joshua. Live exclusively on DAZN. Rising with a clear mission. Come back stronger. Full focus. Working around the clock. From dawn till dark. Restless. Relentless. Ready. Redemption is in the ring. Witness the rise. Live only on DAZN.
I can't lie, that little package there wants me to get down and do 20. I'm pumped when I see that package.
We are.
I said only 20 as well. I only can do 20. Adi Oladipo, Akam Barak. You know what? There's so many fantastic venues around the world that we've been lucky to work with each other at Madison Square Garden, T-Mobile Arena. We're at the magnificent York Hall, Bethnal Green late last night. But when the O2 Arena is packed and AJ is the headline act, nothing beats it. Nothing beats it for me.
Even though I've never been here during a fight, even before the people, you and I walking into the venue, I'm looking at the posts, I'm thinking about they were going to tear this down a few years ago. Yeah. I almost got MSG vibes. Yeah. There's an aura in this building. I'm excited to what's to come.
You know, it's real fitting that they call this the new dawn because this is where Anthony Joshua won his first title, and tonight starts his journey back towards that same title.
You know, it's funny. I thought about both these guys, Franklin and Joshua, have been pros for around 10 years. And I think about how much AJ has accomplished. Olympic gold, unified champion, took losses, got the world titles back, and less fights than Franklin. And I think people might have forgotten he's ready to remind everybody tonight.
And that's why it's so important that we're here. As Barack said, this is a new dawn for AJ. And look, he's gone over the world, right? He's gone to America, he's gone to the Middle East, he's gone to Wembley Stadium, he's gone to the Principality in Wales. This is it for him, though. This is where he's had his big wins. Dillian Whyte was here. Charles Martin was here. This is where I think we see the best AJ, because there's a London crowd. Obviously, he's got people from all over the world coming, but majority of the crowd here will be Londoners, and they really get behind him.
You mentioned the new dawn. I think we're going to see a new AJ. And I say new, I mean newer than he was at his best. I think Derrick James is going to play a major part in the best AJ we've ever seen. I'm predicting it now.
Oh, I like 100%. It. The best AJ and the biggest AJ.
Yes.
I mean, you guys both saw him at the... By the way, you owe me dinner, but we'll talk about that later. We guys both saw him at the weigh-in, where he tipped the scales were 18 stone 5. The heaviest before that was Carlos Takam, 18 stone 4. He's big.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think, I titled it, he's built for destruction. This isn't an AJ that wants to go to points.
He'll buy you dinner after you do your 20 push-ups. But you know what? I don't even think it's about the weight for AJ. I think this is the first time a boxer actually told the truth. He really just went down there to Derrick James and just gained knowledge, and he's just confident. And it just so happens that he's big.
Yeah, I see a tank coming. I see a big tank coming to roll over everything.
Yeah. You know what? We need to shout out Jermaine Franklin as well, because boxing's all about journeys. Yeah. We know that these fighters come from hardship to want this. Not everyone gets to this. Right. Jermaine Franklin was working in a factory 8 months ago. He got the call whilst at work about the Dillian Whyte fight. Yes. And now he is here against arguably the biggest name in the sport, sold out O2 Arena. He's winning already.
Listen, he is the poster boy for nothing to lose.
Right.
Literally, he actually already won just being here. Just being here tonight. So imagine what kind of shape he's going to come in physically as well as mentally.
You know, I think that it's more than something to lose for him. I mean, he doesn't look at it as a victory. This dude wants to take advantage of the opportunity. It's one thing to get here. He doesn't want to just get here. He wants to make a statement and change his life.
Yeah, and that's the main event tonight. Anthony Joshua versus Jermaine Franklin. So many ways to watch it on DAZN. Here are the ways.
So you want to watch the big fight? Catch Anthony Joshua versus Jermaine Franklin on any device. TV, console, mobile or tablet. We're on it. Sign up at DAZN.com, or if you're a Sky customer, simply visit channel 429 and get all AJ's fights as well as the ultimate boxing lineup.
All right, so before the bell starts at 3:45, main card starts at 7 o'clock, by the way. Fantastic main card. Fantastic before the bell action as well. All kicks off in the heavyweight division. It's an AJ fight card. To me, it's mandatory that you got to have a heavyweight fight, and this is a good one as well. Kuduro versus L'Oreal. Now, this one I really like because this kid here, Aldadaj, a lot of people are talking about him in the cruiserweight division. The cruiserweight division, one of the best and most stacked divisions in the world. Give this guy 12 to 18 months, he really could steamroll it. He takes on Huber. Come with me. We got more for you. Who doesn't like a domestic dust-up? I do. Jordan Flynn versus Kane Baker. Kane Baker's the guy that you give him a phone call, he accepts, he answers, he doesn't care who he's fighting. Jordan Flynn will look to impress tonight. We got more for you. Come this way. Almayuf. I like this. Almayuf, fighter from the Middle East. First time fighting overseas. He takes on Velishkov. Good fight. Velishkov and Almayuf both looked in great shape. Should be an interesting one. And then a guy that I like this guy a lot, I really do. Trained by Mark Tibbs, the gentleman. Mr. Hedges takes on Bociansky. Come on, I mean, that's a great undercard. It really is. That's all the before the bell action. Kicks off at 3:45. If that doesn't whet your appetite, remember, we got the main card, well, kicking off at 7 o'clock. If that doesn't whet your appetite, and it really should, we got so much more coming your way on DAZN.
Just a big athletic machine.
Rodriguez! The sky is the limit. The most stunning finish. A dominant performance over a former champion.
Champions, and they're fighting like champions.
Yeah, so much action. Here's a chance to mark your car for the remainder of the month. Next Saturday, a really cracking fight in San Antonio. Jesse Bam Rodriguez faces Christian Gonzalez. On Friday, 21st of May, the X Series is back. It hits the Big Easy as well as JMX takes on Le'Veon Bell in the New Orleans. Then following day, it's a huge, and I mean huge, doubleheader. Starting in Cardiff, where Joe Cordina challenges Shavkat Rakimov for the IBF Super Featherweight title. Then later that night, an eagerly anticipated fight. We've all been waiting for this one. It's a lightweight showdown as Javonte Davis takes on Ryan Garcia. But now, it's time to get the action underway at the O2 in the company of our commentary team, where Barack has moved ringside to join Barry Jones. And first, it's Mr. Darren Barker.
Welcome. Oh my gosh. Listen, this is Barack here, and we have Barry Jones here. We have Darren Barker. Wow. Former champion. Well, actually, he might be still a champion now. You know, when he's around me, I have to call him Mr. Current Champion. I don't know why. But we're here at the world famous, I'm used to saying world famous Madison Square Garden. But no, please tell me where we're at.
Well, at the O2 in London, of course,
That's
which
right.
is the home that Anthony Joshua built. Let's not forget that. And,
Absolutely.
You know, we didn't think we'd be back here with Joshua, but we are. And I'm not sure whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, but they called it a new dawn, and I think it's a rebuild for Joshua, and I think it'll be an exciting night.
Pressure on AJ?
Isn't there always pressure on AJ, let's be honest? But it's a different pressure this time, because it's not a pressure of an audience expecting a stellar performance. It's an audience demanding an exceptional performance. Every fight potentially is a win-all fight, but this is a fight where if he loses, it's a big road back. He's a big name, isn't he? So he's always going to have the opportunities to get big fights because of who he is. But if he has real ambitions of challenging for world honours again, this is a must-win fight for him.
Well, I figure every fight is a must-win fight, but is it wrong of us to forget that there's another opponent? Is it wrong of us to forget Jermaine Franklin, to speak so much about Anthony Joshua?
I totally understand where you're coming from with this, but it's the fact where he's the former champion. He's in his own backyard where we start talking about AJ and the pressure that's on that man's shoulders. But Franklin, I was so impressed with him against Dillian White. I really was. The way he approached the fight. Look, do you know what? there was more that he could do. I think we've got some of AJ's knockouts here, guys, that we can have a look through.
Dylan was rendered unconscious. They had to kind of put him in the recovery position. That's a conclusive knockout. All right, cool, we're in the 9th round. Guy's quite durable. An uppercut lands, a second uppercut lands, a third uppercut lands, left hook, a 5th uppercut lands, and finally, he goes down, but it's not enough to keep him down. The thing is, a 1-2 is it's such an underrated punch, but basics can take you a long way. Now we have Dominic Brazil. This was my, I think, first title defense, so I was champion here. So I was fighting someone who wanted to come and take away the championship belts. So we have another right hand, left hook, right hand, left hook, right hand, roll, right hand, uppercut, left hook, bang, and that's all she wrote. Charles Martin here, southpaw, hey, bang, slip counter, peach perfect punch, I would say. It wasn't enough to keep him down, but he went down, and this is all she wrote. And this is when I became champion, you know. How many years ago was this? Probably like 7, 8 years ago. Dylan, right hook, legs looking like jelly. Where am I? Where am I? Oh, there's Anthony Joshua coming again. I can't keep him off. And, you know, lucky enough for me, I was dishing out the punishment, not receiving it. Look at the uppercut. It's such a tough game. I don't know why I chose boxing, honestly. Vladimir Klitschko in front of 90,000 people, slipped the right hand, uppercut again, and I could see there he was hurt. So instinctively I thought, you know, I've got to take him out now because this guy was very good. He must have been so conditioned for this fight. He got up and I chased him around the ring, and just about now the ref thought, "Oh dear, that's enough."
Well, we've got a lot to look forward to later on this evening. Can't wait to see AJ back. But enough of us. David Diamante is ready for the first contest of the evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the O2 Arena here in London, England. We are live on DAZN for a big night of World Championship Professional Boxing. Our first contest tonight, 6 rounds in the heavyweight division, set to make his ring walk. Please welcome Alan L'Oreal.
Here is the short, stocky, Macedonian-based German Alan L'Oreal. 6 wins, 3 by KO, 1 loss. He's not a bad fighter. He tucks up. He's dangerous on attack. He'll load up. Only suffered the 1 defeat, so he comes in with a winning record, plenty of ambition. Let's see if he can rip up the script and create a little bit of history and get his career really going this evening. Alan L'Oreal.
And now entering the arena, please welcome the reigning German heavyweight champion, Peter Kabdiru.
Heavyweight, 25 years old, and he's on a rebuilding process. He was knocked out last time. The very dangerous Marcus Amuda. It's an uppercut that started it all, and he just didn't recover. And I think the big question mark coming into this one is how will that affect him in this contest? He'll be desperate to get back to winning ways. He is a good boxer, but we'll find out a little about his mental toughness this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, good evening and welcome to the O2 Arena here in London, England. We are live on DAZN for a big night of world-class professional boxing. It's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. We're sponsored tonight by Betfred, Stagefront, and JD Sports. All of tonight's bouts are sanctioned under the auspices of the British Boxing Board of Control. The steward in charge is Mr. Mick Collier. Introducing your third man in the ring at the sound of the bell, scoring referee, A-star referee from Doncaster, Mr. Howard Foster. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 6 rounds of boxing scheduled in the heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks with the silver trim. He scaled 19 stone, 7 pounds, 2 ounces. His professional record, 6 victories against 1 defeat. He has 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Originally from Skopje, Macedonia, and now living and fighting out of Wiesbaden, Germany, Alan Loriol. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears the white trunks with the black trim. He scaled 17 stone, 1 pound, 3 ounces. His professional record, 14 victories against only 1 defeat. He has 7 wins coming by way of knockout. Here is the reigning German heavyweight champion, fighting out of Hamburg, Germany, Peter Kadiru.
Okay, guys, you both know the rules. Keep it clean, break straight away when told. Both watch your heads in close. Good luck to you both. Touch gloves. Good luck, lads.
Seconds out, round 1.
Well, here we go into the first round of this 6-rounder. Peter Kadiru in the white shorts, the tall German, like I said, in the ring walk, bouncing back, or trying to bounce back from a devastating defeat last time out against Alan Loriol. He has a winning record, 6 wins, only 1 loss, so this is his opportunity to turn his career around and really get some momentum going. And what a stellar lineup I have to my left right now. Barry Jones.
Where's that to your right?
I guess we must be sitting on his right.
There we go, yeah. And Barack, how we doing, gents?
I'm doing great. I like what Peter's doing. He was cocking his arms. I guess he got 2 German Lugers. But I like that he's looking at his opponent. He's saying, all right, this guy is very soft at the body, so I'm going to go straight to the body. And I love when heavyweights do that.
Oh, it's a lovely left to the body there, moving nicely to his left, poking that jab out. And I think last time out, when he was stopped, there was too much hooks, too much wild work. And you've seen already at the start of this contest, just starting to keep things simple, keep the shots nice and straight and having more success, Barry.
Well, it's about not getting too close. You know, you use what you have. He has a nice, good jab, nice long reach. And he's shown it there, man. He's thrown that left hook to the body. It didn't get too close to the target, so you got some leverage on the shot, but also you could see if anything was coming back. Sometimes you get too close. When you throw, you're exposed to getting hit back yourself.
Yeah, nice and relaxed. Just poking the shots out. I like the way he's not putting loads of weight in the shots. He's varying up the speed and the weight of the shot. You see there, and then he's digging down to the body. They're 2 hurtful shots. Right followed by the left to the body. Very composed, very relaxed. Peter Kadiru.
And he's punching through the target, isn't he? That's what he's doing. I don't think he's not the fastest of punchers here, Kadiru, but he is punching through the target with his shots. So he's getting plenty of leverage on those shots, but not making a dent yet on Loriol.
Oh, there's that left again. Really sinking those body shots in. Good, positive opening round from Peter Kadiru so far. He'd be over the moon to hear this first bell, get that first round out of the way after suffering that knockout last time out. He would have dusted off some cobwebs and exercised some demons. He felt that one. Loriol, you see the grimace on the face. They're really starting to take their toll now, these body shots.
There's an uppercut there for Kadiru, though, calling out for him. Just see when he throws that jab with a body shot, just bends over Loriol, and that shot's there for him.
Referee Howard Foster accepts the retirement of the red corner after round number 1, declaring your winner by TKO, Peter Kadiru.
So Peter Kadiru, he does.
But that was on American soil. It's only right to run it back again, don't you think? Don't you think?
The rematch between Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano is
officially off.
As the weeks have unfolded, she's just not going to be ready.
Katie Taylor not fighting and that fight card not happening, we have a problem.
Katie Taylor on her social media.
It's coming from Katie, so there's no excuses can be made now.
And I always said that when Chantel Cameron racked up the belts, she would be the front runner.
Undisputed champion versus undisputed champion. Both undisputed, both undefeated. No brainer.
Katie's like, no, we'll dance at 140.
That is a tougher fight than Amanda Serrano for Katie Taylor.
I love it. Sensational.
For the first time in a 4-belt era, 2 reigning undisputed champions will face off against each other.
The Queen of Ireland, she's coming home.
Yeah, Katie Taylor versus Chantel Cameron is just one of so many huge events coming your way on DAZN over the next couple of months. In a fortnight, there's an absolutely epic lightweight showdown stateside when Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia finally lock horns. There's another homecoming on May 6th when Canelo Alvarez puts his undisputed super middleweight belts on the line against John Ryder in Mexico. And the X Series returns to the UK for its 7th edition as KSI tops the bill against Joe Fournier. Remember, we all have our thoughts. You know what I like about this? When you do it this early, not to separate the hardcore fans from the casual fans, that's disrespectful. But if you turn up at 3:45 to watch the fights and you'll stand all the way through to
know you're hardcore.
Potentially, I'm hardcore. I would be here early. If I'm paying my bucks, I want to be here early. There's a few fans already scattered around the O2 Arena. I love that.
Yeah, no, you know, I've always, even starting in this media business, I was there for the first 4-round fights because I always thought, what can this fighter become one day, right? I want to start the relationship early in his career, and I've seen some gems. Adrian Broner, I watched him fight 4 rounds, Shakur Stevenson 4 rounds, so you got to get there early if you're hardcore.
Yeah, indeed. Look, we saw the little package there for Katie Taylor versus Chantel Cameron. Or some might say Chantel versus Katie because Chantel's the champion. How good is that one? It was going to be Katie versus Amanda Serrano. That obviously fell off. Amanda Serrano injured. Yeah. Chantel Cameron put her hand up and said, I'd fight. I was like, that's a bit risky. Katie's like, no, let's run it. Yeah, and let's run it at 140, your weight class. I love that.
I heard Eddie say that this might be a tougher fight than Amanda Serrano. She might beg to differ, but I don't always agree with Eddie, but he might have a point here. Something about Chantel Cameron that I think is going to cause trouble for Katie Taylor. Credit to Katie for wanting to take this fight. I mean, if it was me, I kick back, let's wait till Amanda is ready. There's no fight I wanted to see until they mentioned this one. Other than Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor, when they brought up Cameron, I said, you know what? I'm not upset at all.
Indeed. So it was Kadiru versus L'Oreal that kicked off before the bell for us. Again, interesting to see Kadiru in fantastic shape. And you do wonder what's going to happen with him. He did come off a knockout defeat. He is back. He did get a win. You never know, though. Maybe it's a case of, look, that was early. Stay busy. Yeah, if I'm him, I'm his promoter, I'm his manager, I'm like, get on the phone, get me on a card anywhere in the next couple of months. You're right, we've got so many fantastic fight cards coming up. Here he is.
Great body, great left hook to the body, right?
And then here we go,
That's
bang.
a picture-perfect left hook.
That's the one, yeah. He felt that, and he was like, you know what? I didn't sign up for this.
I felt that up here.
This wasn't part of the bargaining agreement.
No, not at all. I mean, he got his pay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was good. I mean, I'm excited about this heavyweight.
What I like about as well, with Kadiru, he's obviously clearly knew that he hurt L'Oreal to the body, and what he did was go there again. Yeah. I like that. You know hurt someone, go there.
You know what? Normally, a guy doesn't retire from a body shot. Normally, if you get hurt from the body, you go down. Once you get your win back up, you're good.
He never got his win. He never got his win. No, he never got his win. Look, that's the first heavyweight fight we've got. We've got a couple more as well on the card. I think you know that. Fabio Wardley versus Michael Coffey. Don't blink. Honestly, don't blink. If you're about to go and make a coffee during that fight, don't. Stop yourself.
No.
Hold on to the break. And then we got the big one, Anthony Joshua versus Jermaine Franklin, the main event.
You know, Coffey, I've watched him early on. He comes from the New York circuit. This guy can punch. He started late in his career, but his confidence level and his punching power is dangerous for anybody. Yeah, he took 2 losses against Rice, but he's coming here to win tonight. I saw him earlier in the week. He's not coming here to be an opponent. He's ready to make an upset.
Is it dangerous that Coffey's almost slipping into that kind of mindset of the losing mindset?
Yeah.
You see fighters do that, right? Once they take a couple of defeats back-to-back, they almost turn up as opponents rather than, okay, I'm coming to win.
Especially the matchmakers, that's how they look at you. They say, okay, this guy is a big guy, he's a threat, but he might be on a journeyman side, maybe the gatekeeper side. He's trying to change that narrative, right? Or Kofi's trying to say, no, wait, I still got something left in me. But he is in that space. But tonight, he can change that with one fight.
He certainly can. By the way, if you're probably wondering why we aren't sort of calling the next fighters out, a couple of fighters are stuck in traffic. This is what happens in London when they close a tunnel on fight day. It doesn't make sense, but we are going to have the next fight for you in a couple of moments.
I haven't got anywhere because of that all week. Couldn't visit really London because of this tunnel issue.
He asked me to pick him up and take him everywhere.
He didn't take me though.
Massive homecoming fight for Canelo, May 6th. He takes on John Ryder. I'm going to speak to John Ryder a bit later. Let's hear and see how big that fight's going to be.
I've already put the text into Reynoso. Every time that Saul Canelo Alvarez fights, the world is watching.
I think this is the perfect moment, perfect fight to bring this fight to Guadalajara.
The timing is now and the timing is right. I truly believe I can come away victorious.
The whole world will be watching. This is a fight that will be remembered in the history of Mexican boxing forever.
Whoa, that fight will be remembered forever, honestly, just because Canelo fighting back home. It isn't just boxing, by the way, that we have for you on DAZN. A reminder that after the boxing, we have more fight action in the octagon as the round one of the 2023 PFL season takes center stage, this time from Las Vegas. I'm a massive MMA fan as well, by the way, so this really excites me that we've got that. I want to touch on Canelo versus John Ryder, just because for us over here in the island in the UK, we get to see it for free as part of your DAZN subscription. What we've got coming up for you in the next couple of months on your DAZN subscription is incredible.
So like AJ for free. I'm hearing Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia for free, and then Canelo Alvarez. And it's funny, you know, Canelo, for a long period of time, he was saying, I want to fight in the UK. He told Eddie, I want to do a world tour. So when the John Ryder name came out, that's what we thought, right? Is he bringing it to the UK? But when they mentioned Mexico, I said, you know what? He deserves that. He deserves to bring his people a fight. This is a perfect time. I'm not upset at going back to Mexico.
How tough is it for John Ryder to go into what will be
God, how tough.
To go to Mexico, to go to Guadalajara as well. So you're going into deep Mexico to fight the Mexican king.
It doesn't get deeper than that. I mean, you talk about some arenas, Vegas, a lot of Mexican community, LA, even New York City. This is a different type of beast at it, different type of animal. These Mexican boxing fans are vicious. We talked about hardcore earlier. These guys are going to be camping out in that arena the night before to get that. He's going to have a tough night, but not only outside the ring, inside the ring, he's fighting one of the best fighters in the world. Arguably, still top 3 in the world, no question about it. Ryder has a steep mountain to climb.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if Canelo overlooks him. Canelo in the last couple of weeks has spoken about Bivol, he's spoken about Benavidez, not so much about John Ryder. John Ryder is certainly not a man you want to overlook. But let's step back a couple of weeks because we've got so much before we get to Canelo versus John Ryder. You're going to be in San Antonio for Jesse Bam Rodriguez, another great fighter. Good to see him back out.
Listen, Bam Bam Rodriguez, in my opinion, is already in the top 10 pound for pound. I mean, he can be, yes, he can. He's 1-2 fights away of being in the top 5. He's that good. I mean, unfortunately, there's not big names in that division, but this guy's willing to go up and down, up and down. He's one of the most exciting fighters to watch in all of boxing, and I'm saying it here.
Yeah, you know what I like? You said there's not maybe big fights for him. We did just see Matchroom sign Mr. Sonny Edwards, the current IBF champion. That's a fight they're going to try and get on. They're building to that. Yeah, and I like Sonny. I like Sonny.
I like Sonny. I don't think he'll like that fight, but I think it'll be a good fight. You know, I think that sometimes you have to build an opponent up to fight a guy like Rodriguez. He needs big names. I think Sonny's the right guy.
Yeah, that's next week in San Antonio. Move on a couple more weeks, and we've got a doubleheader, and this is no normal doubleheader. We've got Joe Cordina trying to get his belt back, the IBF Super Featherweight title against Shavkat Rakhimov. That's in Wells. That's a great one. And then we move to Vegas, the big one. We've been waiting for this one to be announced for so long. We get it. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Ryan Garcia. Again, for our UK subscribers, that is free as part of your subscription.
What do you guys say? Come on.
Come on. I mean, really? But no, that's amazing, isn't it? And that is, right now, as it stands, for me, the biggest fight in boxing.
That's something like this never been done. Never. Just to be a subscriber, you can get that type of fight. And look, the closer the fight gets, the less I know. And I know Tank is a favorite in a lot of cases. I mean, when you look at stats and who he's been in the ring with, but there's something about Ryan's confidence. There's something about his energy. We all know he has speed and power. That's a threat. But the confidence is the one that's making me think, how is this fight really going to play out?
Yeah, indeed it is. Look, we're here for Anthony Joshua versus Jermaine Franklin. Anthony Joshua is such a people person, maybe more than some people know. A couple of weeks ago, he sat down with some kids. Watch this, you might enjoy it.
We are here with punching machine Anthony Joshua. Hello. Hello.
That's right. Touch. Nice to see you both. What's your names?
Gabby.
And?
Harrison.
Nice to meet you both. Thanks for coming today.
Now I'm going to ask you some questions. You okay with that?
Are they hard questions?
Kind of hard.
Okay, fire away.
How do you decide your workout music?
Well, sometimes I go on the internet and I ask people that follow boxing, I say, I'm giving you guys an opportunity to choose a ring walk track, my ring walk music. So I don't really choose it myself all the time. Sometimes I give the fans the opportunity to choose it for me. What would you choose if you was gonna box?
Probably a musical song.
A musical song, yeah? Like what? Little Mermaid or something?
I quite like the new Matilda, the musical. That came
Yeah? Do you think that'll make your opponent scared?
Probably not, but
Yeah, okay, let's go on to the next question.
By the way, I was there for that. And they asked him a few tricky questions as well. You can watch more of that interview on the DAZN platform. Eddie Hearn joins us now. Eddie, we were saying at the top, obviously, look, we do so many events all over the world. We go to the Middle East, we go to the T-Mobile Arena, Madison Square Garden. But when AJ fights here, 20,000, and he walks out, and the noise, the pop, not many better.
Yeah, you know what? This is, I think, one of the best arenas in the world. It's not often it's full up for boxing.
Yeah.
Like, I've done shows here for many, many years. I can probably count on definitely two hands the amount of times it's been full. And every one of those is an Anthony Joshua fight. And it's great to see this arena full tonight. You could see it the weigh-in yesterday.
Tony Bellew's not going to be happy with that, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Tony Bellew,
no,
David.
He was one of the people that filled it twice, to be fair. But David Hay helped him. Right? Don't tell Tony that. But the thing is, I think we saw it the weigh-in yesterday. British boxing has just relied on Anthony Joshua. He's been the reason that you've seen the explosion in British boxing over the last 7 years, really, 10 years. So he's so important. And that's why I posted this morning on Instagram and I was like, British boxing holds its breath tonight. Because we need this, you know, like we need this guy to keep going. And if he wins tonight and if he makes a statement, all of a sudden, not just the British heavyweight scene, but the world heavyweight scene just gets another injection of energy and says, wow, we got another guy that's right in the elite mix.
No question about it. You know what, Eddie? Early in the week, people were complaining about AJ's statement saying that if I lose this fight, I'll retire. And that might not be what people want to hear, but in my opinion, shouldn't he put a little pressure on himself like that? I like that.
Yeah, because otherwise, sometimes you don't get up for fights. Right. You know, look, this guy's boxed. Look at the resume. It's unbelievable, right? All of a sudden, he comes off 2 fights with a pound-for-pound #1 and fights Jermaine Franklin. He's come down the levels. Yeah. So what you need to do is you need to put pressure on yourself. Right. You need to say how important the fight is. Because if you come into this fight, like, don't forget, the guy he's fighting tonight...
He didn't come down too many levels.
No, but what I'm saying is the guy he's fighting tonight is basically saying, I am going to go out there and change my life, right? In one win, my life will be fantastic forever. Yes. And my family's life.
How crazy
and my kids'
is that when
life,
you think
right?
about that? Yeah.
And then you've got the other guy who's already got it all, going, wow, I've got to defend my throne. Even though he ain't got no belts, he still sits on the throne in terms of heavyweight boxing. And like, that's why you have to raise your game. If you come in flat, and that's why I keep saying in this fight, if you allow Jermaine Franklin to get confidence, rhythm in this fight, it's going to start getting frustrating for AJ and it's going to start getting dangerous for AJ. He mustn't switch off in this fight. Not just switch off in terms of attention, but just in terms of like energy. You know, and actually being spiteful. Don't want to start getting friendly, relax with a jab, you know, drop the hands, go through rounds throwing less punches. We want to see high punch output, we want to see a stiff jab, we want to see the right hand at speed down the pipe, and when you hurt him, back him up and go again, with 8, 9, 10 punch combinations up against the rope and knock this guy out. That's what we want to do. We don't want to be sitting here 8, 9 rounds in, going, how many rounds is AJ? Oh, it's very close, actually. It's quite frustrating. All of a sudden, it's like, whoa, whoa. So, fast start, dominant start. And you are levels above this guy. Believe in yourself.
I mean, when I talked about it earlier, Eddie, these guys started their professional careers in the same year, 2013, and what AJ has been able to accomplish, he's had it all. You said it earlier, he's done it all. So at this point, I do see a different aura in AJ where it's not about the money, it's not about the accolades. Now it's about his pride. It's about him feeling disrespected at time. He wants to prove something that has nothing to do with money.
I think a lot of it is just about his performance.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like that's what motivates him. He wants to perform well, like for his coach and for himself as well. And I think that's, like, I'm so desperate for that. You know, obviously I want him to win, but I really want him to put a performance that just like makes him happy and makes him excited about boxing again. You know, to sort of say, I love that. He loves this sport.
How long ago does that feel? That Dillian White fight feels ages ago.
Yeah, I mean, look, we had Stormzy wrap him out that night. Tonight we've got another big rap act that will walk him out as well. That will light up this place. But those nights, like, you know, look, this is. I can't believe he signed with us 10 years ago. Like that part, that chapter, that's a quarter of my life. Right, that chapter, it's like, and it's been unbelievable. And tonight, and this week, it's just like re-injected that bit of energy to say, you know what, this is what AJ's all about.
People are saying that AJ needs to go back to that vicious AJ that we just saw with Dillian White. Is there a possibility that we might see even a better AJ working with Derek James and just him maturing as a fighter?
I don't think you're ever going to see like the reckless Anthony Joshua. People call it fearsome, but basically he was naive. Do you know what I mean? He was just like go in. He wouldn't be thinking about what was coming back. He would just think, I'm going to let my hands go and destroy this guy. You do have to see elements of that, but at the same time, when you step up the levels, you can't. Be smart. That's what happened with Andy Ruiz. You know, he just thought, you know what? He's got up now, I'm just going to go in now and take him out. Bang, bang, bang. Ruiz chooses to catch and counter or trade with him, which they're prepared to do. And that's what Jermaine Franklin will do tonight. He'll catch and counter well, and he'll trade with AJ. And that's why this fight is dangerous. And I don't want him to go in and just be gung-ho, because Franklin will be sitting there. Same thing. These guys now, they think they have the blueprint to beat AJ by watching Andy Ruiz. Right? Just wait, counter, you know, throw with him, trade with him, all that kind of stuff. And Franklin is coming light for a reason. He wants to move, and then, you know, there's telltale signs in people's interviews. You know, AJ, oh, he looks heavy. He's going to come in. He's got to catch. He's got to hit me first. He's got to land clean first. So what are you saying? You're going to be defensive in this fight? You're going to slip? You're going to make him use his energy? And that's another thing. People say, oh, AJ doesn't have the engine. He doesn't have the tank. So Franklin and his team, take him deep in the fight, frustrate him in the fight, make him work, and when we get to 7, 8, 9 rounds, when that tank is empty, then we start forcing the fight. That's what the tactics will be for Franklin.
I think both have got their tactics, haven't they? They're looking at each other's sides. Franklin's looking at AJ thinking that you're coming to knock me out. And AJ's looking at Franklin thinking you're trying to run around the ring. So both, you went to Dallas, Texas, you saw the training setup. Very different from Loughborough and Sheffield. How do you think he adjusted to it?
Do you know what? It was mad. When I pulled up at his house that he was renting, the Uber pulled up, and I was like, I got out, and I looked at the street in the house. I was like, I think this guy's got the wrong address. You know, like, it was Belair, was it? Nice, but it was like, you know, you just expect.
It wasn't AJ
any
style.
fighter, like, you know, most fighters would just have a nice house, and it was okay, but like out the back, you know, looking over the fence weren't that great, and it was.
I think he needed that, though.
Yeah, because you know what? It's like Sheffield and all these places. We know because we're like we're his friends, but we're even like it. Oh, it's AJ. You know, you imagine he goes into the IS in Sheffield, right? The GB setup. His pictures all over the wall. It's like every session. Oh, AJ's here. AJ's here. AJ's here. Hi, AJ. Hi, AJ. And he's like,
no room to breathe.
Almost like the training team's like, oh, what are we doing today, AJ? You know, all of a sudden now, he just turns up in Dallas and says to Derek, right, just tell me what you need, what time tomorrow. Right? Goes in the gym. People fighters like to have plans. They like to know their schedule. But there is a lot to be said about do as you're told, and I'll see you here at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Not to mention the type of fighters that he's surrounded with. Errol Spence.
Well, that's the thing, like, Errol Spence he was there when I went. And he was in there nearly every day. And AJ and his team, when I was sat down having breakfast with him, they were like,
did you give him a little nudge, Errol?
I was like, yeah, it's like a little compliment. But he was like, Errol's been in every day. Like, he ain't even got a fight schedule. And he went, he sparred 12 rounds the other day. It was an absolute war. Like, I'm saying that's because he's He's a real fight. Like, you know,
He's about that life.
You don't get ready, you stay ready.
Yeah.
And I think that was good for AJ as well. And the gym was tiny. It was 2 rooms, like a few bags, 1 running machine, and one bench press. Yeah, and then the back room was a ring. And that was it, you know. But it's like, I feel like sometimes to invigorate you, you have to take it back to basics. Like,
It's a bit old school Rocky Balboa, isn't it?
When you're searching for a little bit of motivation, I think the last thing you need is like a posh gym with like a load of cheerleaders. You need to go back to that scenario and ask yourself, do you love it? Do you want it? Because if you don't, you won't enjoy that surrounding. Because you'll go into this place and you'll be like, I don't even want to be here. Right. But he wanted to be there. He wanted to learn. He enjoyed it. And I've heard a lot of nice things from AJ this week in terms of ask Derek, whatever Derek says. Do you know what I mean? And he's given the responsibility to Derek James so that when they're in the corner tonight, one voice, look me in the eyes and tell me what to do. Because when AJ believes the game plan and when he knows how to carry it out, I think he's unbeatable.
Way to put some pressure on Derek James.
Yeah, well, he's a lot of pressure on him. Yeah. And you know what? Like, look, the fighter has to perform. Right. But so does Derek James. Absolutely. He needed to get this game plan right. He needs to say the right things in the corner. And more than that, mentally, the coach is so important. He's the guy they spend the most time with in camp. He's the one that has to infiltrate him with confidence. And that comes through with AJ. Technique, belief, tactics, but also, you know, words. Words. Come on. And my words are this. Go and believe in yourself tonight. You're an elite heavyweight. You're an absolute vicious savage. Go and step on this guy, take him out, get him out of there, and let's move on.
Derek James have his own set of words. I mean, he doesn't always say it on camera, but he's very aggressive.
He is. Look, more action to come. We're going to take a quick little break. When we come back, we're going to go back. David Diamante, the boys downstairs, have more fights for you.
'84 has been a tough year.
Michael Jordan is the player we've been waiting for.
A rookie who's never set foot on an NBA court.
That's the literal definition of rookie. We tap into something deeper.
Yes.
The player's identity. He doesn't wear the shoe. He is the shoe. His story is gonna make us want to fly.
A shoe is just a shoe until my son steps into it.
Air.
In cinemas April 5.
Hello, my friend. Life comes at you fast. So make time for you time with Just Eat. Get all of the food for alls of the times. Crack of dawn times. Hungry yawn times. Quality times with the crew times. The perfect times for the McDonald's bacon roll, Five Guys cheeseburger and strawberry shake, Domino's pepperoni passion, Pratt's Chef's Italian chicken salad, and KFC Belgian bucket. So order now, later, in a bit, whenever. We got it.
Did somebody say Just Eat?
Diesel prices.
Bonkers.
Had a result with my diesel claim, though. I was one of the millions of drivers who owned a diesel between 2009 and 2020. Found out I was owed thousands.
Pump fee, please.
And I checked if I was eligible and started my claim in seconds.
Wow. So who handled your claim?
My diesel claim.
Yeah, your diesel claim.
It was my diesel claim. To start your diesel claim, visit mydieselclaim.com today. Do you want any pickles or anything?
Eddie Hearn is easily the best filler in the business.
I mean, there's
we ever have a little 20-minute break again? Can you get Eddie back in, please?
I think we need to hire him on the team, on a DBS team.
I really do. Look, so much great fights on the undercard. One fight I'm really looking forward to is Jordan Flynn versus Cain Baker. Now, you might not know too much about Cain Baker. I don't want to say he's a journeyman because that's disrespectful because he's got a winning record. No, he's got a winning record, but he causes undefeated fighters so many problems. He really does. And he's fighting Jordan Flynn, who's an undefeated fighter in the super featherweight division. This could be an interesting one between those two.
Yeah, no, look, undefeated fighters don't know how to lose until they lose, right? And that's the guy, and I watched footage on him. I know you say I might not know who he is. I saw enough to know that he's the guy to give undefeated fighters their first loss. So I wouldn't call him a journeyman yet.
No, certainly won't. Some other good ones as well. One fight that I'm really looking forward to. This is in the main card. Remember, it starts at 7 o'clock. Campbell Hatton. And the reason I mentioned Campbell Hatton early is because a lot of people like to talk about Campbell Hatton. Obviously, got the famous last name like Ben and Eubank. So much pressure on a young man. This is his 11th fight. although it's his 11th and he's still a work in progress, they're going to...
How you drive on these narrow roads. Oh, my God. I could barely walk down that road. And we're driving down that is so crazy. And back home, I'm considered a good driver, but I would probably never drive on these roads.
How's your trip been?
It's been wonderful, you know, because the hospitality of you guys is just amazing. Amazing, man. I love it.
Yeah. Barry, have you ever been stuck in traffic?
Yes, the night I won my world title in London Arena, which is no longer here anymore, the old Docklands, and yeah, we got stuck getting to the press conference. So I wanted to fight this out. I was to the press conference 2 days before, and the panic. I couldn't, because in London, you get stuck in traffic, you know it's going to be 10 minutes or 3 hours. So it was a real panic, and yeah, it can be a new city like this, a condensed city, it can be hard to navigate.
Right. I'm hearing David Diamante is ready, the fighters are ready, so let's hand over to your MC, Mr. David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the O2 Arena in London, England, we are set to go with a special heavyweight attraction. Now entering the arena, please welcome El Gato Negro, Benoit.
Well, Jürgen Uldedai, extremely popular Albanian based in Germany. He's a good fighter, I like what I've seen. Tucks up really well, very economical, doesn't waste much at all. And when he lets his hands go, very spiteful, very vicious. 15 wins, no losses, 6 KOs. Like I say, he does carry a dig. I feel he actually punches probably harder than his record does suggest. Very good fighter. Looking forward to seeing him back in action this evening.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the O2 Arena, London, England, live on DAZN, we're set to go with a special heavyweight attraction. It's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. We're sponsored by Betfred, Stagefront, and JD Sports. Introducing your third man in the ring at the sound of the bell, scoring referee from Doncaster, A-star referee, Mr. Howard Foster. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 8 rounds of boxing scheduled in the heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black with the gold trim. He scaled 14 stone, 4 pounds, bang on. His professional record, 8 wins against 3 defeats. He has 6 wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Sion, Switzerland. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing El Gato Negro, Benoit Hubert. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears purple with gold trim. He scaled 14 stone, 7 pounds, 8 ounces. His professional record, a perfect one. 15 fights, 15 victories, 6 of them coming by way of knockout. Here is the reigning WBC Youth and WBO Junior Cruiserweight Champion, fighting out of Germany by way of Albania. Introducing the undefeated Jürgen Uldedai.
One. Okay, fellas, you both know the rules. Keep it clean, break straight away when told. Both of you watch your heads in close. Good luck to you both. Touch gloves. Good luck, lads.
Second time, round 1.
It's the first round of the second fight of the evening. It's an 8-rounder between Jürgen Uldedai, the Albanian based in Germany, versus Benoit Hubert, the Swiss 36-year-old. Like I said in the ring walk, he's game. He can punch. 6 KOs on his record, but it does. You can see already carry that lead hand low. And what I've seen in the past from Udeidai, he does like that right hand. He follows it up with a left hook, so he's dangerous. You can see him aggressive on the front foot. Always stalking his opponents. Cuts the ring off well. Could be in for a treat with this contest.
But in Uber here, Udeidai's got a guy who's tricky, awkward, uses that jab really well, and does fight back under pressure, as you've seen against Mikhail Laul, of course, when he came over here last time. And even though he got stopped, he was on his feet and he's protested against that. So I think Udeidai has to keep moving that head when he's coming forward, and just a little bit smarter with the attacks of what I've seen in the past from him.
Yeah, Uber's trying to fight at a good distance because he's a taller guy, but he just has his chin in the air, as you see right there. Benoit caught him, but he has his chin in the air, and I think Benoit is going to really surprise him because he can fight southpaw, orthodox. He's just a very talented guy, and he has power in both hands. I've seen him get knockdowns with both hands, both stances.
I think variation with the movement's key. Can't be moving to the left constantly with that low lead hand. And Udeidai favouring that right hand. It's important that, he does mix up the variation. This one, labelled as a heavyweight contest, but both majority campaigning in the cruiserweight division.
Uber weighed on the limit, and Udeidai was 3 pounds over the cruiserweight limit, so I think it's a cruiserweight fight, but a lovely right hand there from Uber.
And he can punch Uber. Very sharp, accurate.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Udeidai to just do a couple of more feints, to get past that jab, to get inside. Because that jab is pretty sharp from Uber.
Yeah, when Udeidai, he throws the jab with intent, Udeidai, but he keeps that front foot out there, which means he can't step back. So once he commits to that jab, he's over the front foot. And then he's pretty much, if he doesn't get it right, he's at the mercy then of what's going to come back from Uber.
Yeah, very economical, doesn't waste much, Udeidai. But you're right, guys, he does need to draw out that lead of Uber. He does have a knack, he knows exactly what he's doing. Very, very comfortable on the back foot. Really does try to frustrate opponents. That was a good left hook on the back foot from Udeidai. A little step back out of range. Very accurate with the shot.
Thank you. Put your leg down. Listen, sit down. 1 point. Okay, just concentrate. I need more work from you. You feel his rhythm now. Don't let him build up a rhythm, okay? Anything he does, answer it. You lead. Don't let him lead. Most of the time, I want you to lead. You understand me? Yeah, don't wait, okay? We're waiting too long. All right, you're doing the right thing. Your shots are accurate, but don't give him any rhythm. Do you understand me? Goodbye.
Yep, sound advice from Don Charles there. Don't wait. Rise with the tempo. Be busy. You can't allow someone like Benoit Uber to get into a rhythm. But here we go into the second round. Let's see if the Albanian can up the tempo and make things difficult for Uber.
It's what Barak said earlier on, the feint is what's going to get him in. The feint is what's going to draw the lead of Uber, and then once he makes a mistake, then you can counter off that, then you can be active.
And Udeidai stalking his man. Oh, right hand, that was lovely. Took his head off the line, straight down the middle. He took it well, Uber. I don't think it was as flush as he was hoping, Udeidai, but nonetheless, he took it well. Uber, he's backed into the blue corner, does the right thing, just creeps forward, working away to the body. Got to get that chin down, Uber, carrying it very high at the minute.
Darren, is it just me, or did maybe both corners said the same thing? Because Uber came with that same ferocity that Jurgen's corner asked him to come with.
Yeah, I think you'll agree, Barry. You've got to sometimes stop your opponent in the track, and if you're constantly on the back foot and inviting on pressure, it just gives your opponent that little bit of edge, that little bit of fire to to push forward.
Well, look, there's no real thought behind Uber's work except stay busy, and that just stops Udaydai from working. I think that's his whole ethos here. Stay busy, just try and pick him up, but just more importantly, don't allow Udaydai just to set up any attacks.
Good head movement from Udaydai. Just stepping in with a long left hook, just missing with the right hand. Needs to keep that chin down very high from Uber. Just leaning back on the ropes. Has to be careful. Good jab to the body from Udaydai.
He throws that jab to the body. There's a right hand over the top there, isn't there? He throws that jab to the body, then what are you going to do is dip that head over to the left and wing that right hand over the top.
Yeah, so far, Udaydai has just been missing with that right hand. Now, he's been landing it, but it's not flush because he just needs to get a little bit closer.
Oh, that was good. He gave the eyes to the body then, Udaydai.
Look into the crowd there from Uber. Trying to make out he wasn't worried about that right hand, but it was a fantastic shot from Udaydai. But again, needs to get a little bit busier now, a little injection of pace into his work.
Yeah, opting for the single shots Udaydai, with maybe some combination punching, 2s, 3s and go again. But some good shot picking nonetheless. That right hand to the body then. The one upstairs was really, really eye-catching. Beautiful work from the Albanian.
I didn't know Roy Jones was fighting tonight.
Great right hand, isn't it, there from Udaydai. There again, just taking that head over to the side as well, just getting a little bit more weight on the shot. And he landed with some good shots, but he just needs to be a little bit more active. You know, once he lands with a good shot there's a follow-up attack, and he's not really quite doing it. So he's looking for the spots, looking for the tag, but he can just create a little bit more work, I would feel. But apart from that, it was a good little round for him. But he's tricky, awkward, trying to play those psychological games by little kidology here and there, but ultimately a little bit outgunned in that round.
Keep alternating it. Sometimes stab it down, sometimes take it off there.
Few fans starting to take their seats. But later on this place, let me tell you, Barack, the roof is going to come off of this O2, no doubt.
I definitely heard, and I can't front. Last round, it kind of sounded like there was maybe a couple thousand people already here.
He's well supported, Udaydai. They come out in their thousands. Not as many as I've seen before, but certainly does have a solid fan base. But here we go into this third round. See the tall figure of Benoit Uber. Good right hand there. Credit to the Swiss fighter. He does try and hold the center of the ring at the start of the round, but as it starts creeping away, Udaydai starts to move forward and push his man back, but good movement side to side from Uber, trying to make it difficult. I think the shots to the body and work back upstairs from Udaydai would probably be a better kind of tactic. Just missing sometimes with the headshots. But I think that the common theme between us would be that the feint is missing.
Yeah, and also, you know, that's close in the distance. He's walking up onto Uber. He's not worried about Uber doesn't carry the power to trouble him, you don't feel. Good that took there from Udaydai. But sometimes he's just waiting a little bit too long till his punches go. That's all it is. Just being just too economical, I would feel.
Where does the frustration set in, Barry, when your corner's telling you something to do, but it's a little bit harder? It's a little bit harder than, you know, what they're saying.
It's having that trust, isn't it? That what they tell you is the right thing. Sometimes you try something and you get caught, and you think, I'm not doing that, and your whole body tells you, I'm not going to do that again. So you have to believe in them. But you have confidence in yourself, but you also have to find in the same mold of what they've told you, but a different way sometimes. You know, you have to think on your feet. You have to adapt.
Some good work inside by Udaydai when he had his man backed into the red corner. Right hand to the body, followed by the left hook upstairs. Just needs to close that gap.
Smiling assassin.
This is where the fight for Uber wants to take place, where he's got his man at arm's length. So it's down to Udaydai to close that gap. make life uncomfortable for the Swissman.
This is the position where that double jab works, because Uber's doing those little fidgety movements and just making you just a little bit tentative to want to commit to an attack. You double jab and you stab with that front foot. It gets you, puts him on pressure straight away, pushes him back, and then you can go to work.
Also, a straight jab to the body. You know, stop him from moving around so much. Get him to have reset. You know, instead of him making you reset all the time. Great counter.
Yeah, good right hand. Did end that third round. By Udaydai. Benoit Huber is enjoying himself. He's playing up to the crowd.
Allez, respire. Allez, tu te promènes. T'es au bord du rond. Tout de suite, tout de suite, tout de suite. À fond, encore, force, expiration. Oui, encore à fond, allez, à fond.
Not because of what he's doing, it's because of what you're not doing. Yeah? We need to stay busy here. You hear me? Good man.
Mieux le round. Hey, beaucoup mieux, hein, beaucoup mieux, Buzz. Attention, il lui dit de faire des enchaînements et de travailler le contre-ventre. Ouais. D'accord. Les mains bien haut, il est tout petit, il n'arrive pas à toucher, il est tout petit, ok? Hein? Tu ta force, ok? Concentré, Buzz, d'accord? Concentré, donne-lui pas de l'occasion, prends tous les points.
Seconds out. Round 4.
Well, into the fourth round we go, and there were some big, huge, deep breaths from Benoit Huber in that red corner. He's moved an awful lot. I mean, I don't think he's had too much to worry about as far as shots are concerned. There's been some good right hands, some good work from Udaydai, but the tempo has been quite manageable for Huber as he's backed into that neutral corner. Just moves away now to his left. Again, carrying that chin very high. Like you say, Bragg, I'm surprised that the straight shots to the body, that jab in particular, hasn't been used more. Change the levels with the shots and fire back upstairs. Again, stalking his man, Udaydai, but Huber looking more than comfortable on the back foot, Barry.
No, he is, and I just think, you know, you have to stop that movement. Hit behind the back there, just need to stop that movement. That's just cutting the ring off with the feet. Barak already mentioned the first round, off from the first bell. That the feint's gonna work, gonna be a good weapon if you use it correctly.
Bit scrappy in that neutral corner. Both men letting their hands go, but nothing of note landing. Again, good aggression on the front foot from Udaydai, but it's just a lack of tempo in the work. Oh, good left to the body, slipped on the outside of the right hand, landed that left to the body just round the elbow of Huber. But again, the Swiss man not troubled by the shot.
Let's hustle, let's hustle.
Let's face, don't wait.
Let's hustle, baby.
Good. You know what I think it is? The body is open and the body is the way in. But that chin in the air like that is like a dangling on a carrot, you know, for a rabbit. So I think that's why Udaydai is just going for it so much.
But what you said, though, if he jabs to that chest, now stops the movement, then there's nothing to worry about. The chin's in the air, and it's a free shot.
Well, let's talk a little louder. Maybe he'll hear. I don't know.
Off that line and watch.
Move your feet.
Hold your ground, hold your ground.
Benoit Huber fighting out of Sion, Switzerland, so not sure how great his English is, Barak, but I'm hoping he can hear us. He just lands a lovely right hand as Udaydai walks forward. The Albanian takes it well.
He's doing a little better now. He's doing a little better from the southpaw stance. You know, maybe that was the difference. Udaydai.
Twos and threes. Come on, you can do this. Off that line, head off that line.
Yep, switching to southpaw.
Just waiting too long there. He got caught there because he's in the position that his hands go, and he's waiting for the perfect shot. Oh, good right hook there from him, though.
Yeah, it was a nice short right hook, just missing with that long left hand over the top. Another frustrating round, you could say, for Jürgen Udaydai. You can see he's desperate to get the finish, he's desperate to hurt his man. But it's been the movement from Huber that's frustrated the Albanian. Nice left to the body there, Barry.
Yeah, and did land him some good shots, but Uber was more mobile in that round, I felt, and kept moving. Then his hands go, certainly in the early part of the round, was quite active with the shots, and just made it a bit of a frustrating 3 minutes there for Udaydai.
I need more jab, brother. Yeah? I need more jab, you hear me? Because then she will score me.
Tu veux cracher? Non. C'est tout bien, concentré. Concentré. C'est très bien, il commence à être marqué. Lâche rien, lâche rien.
So into the 5th round we go. Jürgen Udaydai in the purple shorts versus Benoit Uber in the black. Shaven head of Uber. Moved a lot. He's looked for his own shots, like we said before. Does have 6 KO victories on the record, but he hasn't hurt Udaydai. I guess you could say, on the flip side, though he has landed some shots, Udaydai, the best shots of the contest, as we see there, the right hand. But Uber's always managed to take the sting out of the shot, take the power out of the shot. There's a lovely left hook from Udaydai. Good action at the start of this 5th round.
It's been more of a positive start here from Udaydai. Again, he hasn't got the fastest feet, so it's not. I think we talked about him getting to the distance, the target quicker. Just don't think that's not in his makeup. But still, a little bit more intent in his work to close the gap. And then when you get in the position, just let your hands go. Don't load up on every shot.
Oh, lovely long left hook on the right hand. Good work from Udaydai now. Followed up again with the right hand. Back comes Uber with the right hand. That's better tempo, Barak.
Absolutely. I think when Benoit, stoops down like he has bends his knees, he's coming down a little bit lower and then making it a little bit easier for Udaydai to come in there. But he's just being first, like his corner is telling him. And now he switched back to the southpaw stance. He had some success last round. I think it makes sense to stay in southpaw stance.
Because sometimes you'll wait for the perfect shot, but quite often you should just hit something.
Yes.
If you don't have a glove, you hit something. That puts the opponent under pressure and gives you a satisfaction that things are working for you. And in the end, gaps will appear.
Udaydai saying he's hurt. Doesn't look hurt to me.
Put the pressure on. He's hurt though, put the pressure on though.
Yeah, if he's hurt, Uber, he's not shown it at all. Referee Howard Foster just telling Uber to keep quiet. Lots of talking going on in there.
I can never understand that. It's a fight. Why do the referee care if they're talking or not? Hey, stop saying bad words, guys. Just punch each other in the face.
Here we are into round 6 of this 8-rounder. And again, as he has most of the fight at the start of the round, Uber comes to the centre of the ring, lets his hands go. I feel he'd like to sustain that, but Uber just starts to creep forward. He's the naturally stronger out of the two. He's the bigger puncher out of the two as well, and Benoit Uber just sort of goes into retreat mode, but holding the centre of the ring now.
For a moment, Udaydai was looking like Canelo in there. The way he stalks you down and then his little bit of head movement. I think if he did a little bit more head movement, he'd be able to get inside.
He does rock back and forth, but doesn't like Canelo.
Just like
They make
Canelo.
you miss, yeah, but that's so you can do that little right-hand counter.
I'm sure he'll thank you for that compliment.
Look, that's the last one of our competitor Canelo.
First and last.
He's not hitting you.
Yeah, creeping forward again, Udaydai. Just needs to be a bit sharp on the feet, just missing with that left hook, but drops downstairs with a jab to the body. And again, Benoit Uber playing up to the crowd.
There's the feint. There you go, Barak. You asked for it like 5.5 rounds ago, but there we go.
Good work down the middle there for Uba. 1-2 down, but then there's pressure again from Uday creeping forward, backing Uba into the red corner and letting his hands go. But again, the Swiss man does well to cover up and take the sting out of the shots, move into his right. Sorry, his left, and just avoiding that right hand from Uday.
I tell you what's quite visible in this round, that Uday is seeing what's coming there from Uba. He's been able to read it quite easily. He's not getting caught with any silly shots, and he's sitting in the pocket and quite comfortable there.
Okay, here comes another reference, and I'm sorry for this, but Canelo versus Plant, right? Plant was frustrating him because he couldn't really land that right overhand right like Uday is trying to do as well. But then Canelo went to the body. Canelo went to the body with the left hooks, and that's something Uday needs to do.
Variation.
Way too long, Jürgen, way too long.
Good work from Uba, taking on the gloves of Uday, but pushing the Albanian back. But back comes Uday, right hand. Nice left hook again.
Uday did all the stalking in that early part of the round and was boxing quite well, and then gave away the space and gave Uba a bit of confidence, and that gives him a second win, acceleration in his work. And he sort of lost the momentum a little bit.
The end of the sixth, then similar to most of the rounds. The pattern has been quite similar throughout. A lot of movement from Uba. Held his ground a little bit more in that round, but the stronger Uday start pushing his man back. Missing with the right hand numerous times, but the better work coming from the Albanian. And here is Zizou, the Saudi fighter, based out now in America with Buddy McGurk. Been on 2 big cards.
I was ringside actually in Saudi when he got that knockout. It was a really good shot, and a lot of pressure on him there, to be fair. There was a lot of crowd there willing him on. He was representing his country. It was a big deal, and he showed plenty of confidence.
Yeah, and in that second fight, he was dropped in the first round and come back and got the win.
7.
Very bright man. He's got a great story, and he'll be up in a couple of fights' time. But back to this one we go. 7th round of this 8th rounder. Jürgen Uday in the purple shorts. He's been stalking his man, but he's been frustrated throughout this contest. He has landed some very good shots, notably the right hand and the little short left hook as Uba comes forward with that chin high, but the Swiss man with a shaven head has played his part in this. He's played up to the crowd, he's moved, he's tried his best, and he has succeeded in frustrating Uday at times. And has landed some decent shots. The 1-2 down the middle have been good, but just hasn't troubled Uday at all and hasn't been able to stop him in his tracks.
It's a good learning fight for him, though, because you're going to fight different styles, and you want to be, are you cope with that frustration mentally, of course, and are you learn it, and they'll be able to look at this tape and say, you should have put your foot here, that was when you should have thrown that shot, that was good, you need to maintain that, and so there's lots of things you can work on. So as learning fights go in, this is a nice little workout for them.
Yeah, under the bright lights. Got some fans in attendance, and yeah, like you say, been learning with every second of every round that goes by. Very awkward, just missing with that left again. Out the southpaw stance, Uday.
I think he caught him with the shot, but I think his glove was opened a little bit. I think he caught him with the fingers rather than the knuckle part of the glove.
I think this is Uba's best round so far. He's landed most of the shots.
Yeah, Uday just switching back to the orthodox stance. Again, I mean, plenty of front foot pressure, but just struggling to put the shots together. like I say, he has played his part, Uba. Really has. He really has been awkward. Landed some good shots. A big cuffing right hand around the side of that left hand of Udaydai.
Having a really good round, isn't he? Gotta be honest. Staying out of trouble here, landing shots from range. They're clear shots to score.
If I'm honest, I didn't think he'd have this much in the tank. After he sat down after the second round, he was breathing very heavy. So credit to Uba. He's obviously got himself in good shape to fight the way he has. Plenty of movement and still firing the shots out in this 7th round. Definitely.
Yeah, good work from him. It's good work.
Definitely the best round for Uba, without a shadow of a doubt.
Barry, is there any possibility that Uba's winning this fight? On the judges' score?
No, I wouldn't have thought so. I just think aggression shouldn't be the be-all and end-all.
It's been an awkward night's work for Udaydai. I don't think he was expecting it to be as tricky as this, but huge credit to Benoit Uba going into this 8th round. He's made life extremely difficult. He's landed some good shots of his own. He's never troubled Udaydai, but the same could be said for Udaydai. Not really hurt Uba. As I say that, he lands a lovely left hook, though. Just misses with the right hand over the top as well. But it has been the difference in quality. Certainly the execution of the shots from the Albanian. Creeping forward again. He wants to finish the fight strongly. It was a good round by Uba, that 7th round.
Stay with me. Move your head, Jürgen. Stay with me, Jürgen. Stay with me. Guarantee you touch the body, Jürgen.
You can't take any chances. You've got to put your foot in the pedal now. You've got to be busy. You've got to work. Again, he's in the position to throw. Just waiting for that perfect shot, isn't he, Barack?
Yeah, exactly. And I think the answer is in the left hand, whether it's a jab or it's a left hook, because Uba is just so concerned about that right hand.
I'll tell you something, Uba wins this round, though. Makes him... You know what I mean? All of a sudden you're thinking, oh, there's a couple of rounds there that were relatively close.
I agree. I think it's the difference is in the severity of the punches.
Yeah.
You know, so Uba punches, he does a lot of arm punching, and Udaydai is really sitting down on his shots.
Yeah, he punches right through the target, to be fair to, but he waits too long to set it up.
Uba just trying to creep forward, poking out that jab. Jürgen trying to look for that right hand. He does to the body there. Straight down the solar plexus of Uba, but again, the Swiss man not hurt. Creeps forward with a lovely jab, stiff jab. We haven't seen much of that really, have we, the jab?
No.
Certainly not variation with the shot anyway from Udaydai. We've seen there where it can be quite frustrating when he does commit to the shot and he does throw it properly. It's a lovely shot.
Yeah. I think Uba is just, he's showboating, but he's very, very tired right now. This is when Udaydai should turn it up.
Yeah, 45 seconds to go in the final round. Bravely letting his hands go again, Uba.
He's having a great round, I think.
Yeah, last 2 rounds.
When 8 seconds go by and you don't throw a punch, I mean, come on, Udaydai.
Certainly when you're in the position, you put yourself in the position to throw it, you move your feet in the right place.
There's a nice left hook from the Swiss man there, Uba. Beautiful shot. He took it well, Udaydai.
We haven't seen too much of this, right? Holding.
No.
Now the action's flowed. Gone one way and the other. Like I said before, Uba's frustrated Udaydai, who's been on the front foot. He's crept forward. He's been the physically stronger out of the two. He's landed the better shots, but the Swiss man was in there. He played his part. Constantly moving one way and the other. He switched, he played up to the crowd. You can see him there, he's still got a spring in his step. At the end of that 8 rounds, he was certainly feeling the pace, no doubt about it. But like you said, Barry, for Udaydai, this is a massive learning fight.
It is, and and he might get the nod here, but I think it's been closer for comfort than it should have been, you would feel. And only because he was making the right movements to let his hands go and just not committing to the attacks. There's a bit of a lack of acceleration of pace in his work, and so you can see what he can do good stuff, but his willingness or his unwillingness to want to throw in combinations maybe, might get him in trouble, and, certainly further on down the line will certainly get him in trouble. He throws good shots, he has good weight in his punches, he moves the head quite well when he moves the head, but you have to be busy.
Yeah, I mean, there's an awful lot to work with if your team Udaydai. He's solid, he's got every punch in his artillery, he's naturally aggressive, physically strong, he's got that fan base, like I say, so a lot to work with if you're Don Charles and the rest of the team. You would have learned an awful lot from that contest. Be interested to hear this decision here. Our MC, David Diamante, is ready. He has the final decision. So let's hear from the MC, David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds here at the O2 Arena, we go to referee Howard Foster's scorecard. It reads 77-75 for your winner, Benoit El Gato Negro Uber.
There you have it. Benoit Uber spent most of the time on the back foot. He frustrated his man, but he did have success. And the blue corner of Jürgen Udaydai, they look shell-shocked. They can't believe the decision, but pure elation in the red corner for Benoit Uber. He goes to now 9 wins, 3 losses. And now let's head back in the studio with Ade.
A reminder that after the boxing, we have more fight action in the Octagon as round 1 of the 2023 PFL season takes center stage. This time, it's from the wonderful city of Las Vegas. And we're joined by someone who was part of PFL Europe, the inaugural PFL Europe as well. Simeon Powell joins us, coming off that really good win against Muhammad Amin as well. We were just joking about Simeon because Simeon is a light heavyweight that for some reason makes 205. I don't know how he makes 205.
I'm 215 and look at the size difference.
Indeed. Talk to us about Newcastle last weekend. How special was it for you?
I know it was a big opportunity for me. Someone like me, and it's been a hard road, but to headline a year and a half into my pro career, couldn't have gone any better, do you know what I mean?
Is it always good as well? Look, you got the win by submission, arm triangle. It's always good when you can take guys down that consider themselves jiu-jitsu artists, wrestlers as well, and submit them.
Most definitely. Like I was trying to show the whole world that I'm not just a striker and that I can do it all.
A couple of weeks ago, we saw what many consider the GOAT in John Jones fight. Big victory. And early, I know it's early in the career, but people are comparing you to Mr. John Jones. I mean, how does that make you feel? Do you say to yourself, oh, too much pressure, hold on?
Yeah, no, Joe, I don't listen to the noise too much, but no, I'm obviously grateful for that comparison. But at the end of the day, I've got to be me, do me, and just keep winning in the cage.
How good is it right now to see the growth of British MMA? I mean, there's guys, obviously, Dan Hardy has done so much for years, Brad Pickett. We've got new kids coming up on the block like yourself. How good is it to see the growth?
Oh, no, it's amazing. And this sport has changed a lot of people's lives, like myself. And it's great. It's growing in the UK. And like the likes of Leon Edwards and those sort of guys, they're killing it. And they're just inspiring a whole new generation. And I think it's going to be scary in the next few years. You're going to see a lot of British champions.
And you're going to inspire people as well. Good luck in the semi-final in France as well. Get that check.
Yes,
Get
sir.
that money.
Yes,
Get
sir.
that money indeed. All right, let's go back over to David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the O2 Arena here in London, England, live on DAZN, we are set to go with a special super featherweight attraction. It's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. We're sponsored by Betfred, Stagefront, and JD Sports. Introducing at the sound of the bell from Harrow, your scoring referee, A-star referee, Mr. Kieran McCann. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 8 rounds of boxing scheduled in the super featherweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner wearing the black trunks with the red trim. He's scaled 9 stone, 3 pounds, 8 ounces. His professional record, 18 victories, 9 defeats, 1 draw, with 1 win coming by way of knockout. here is the former Midlands area champion, fighting out of Birmingham, England, Kane Mexican Baker. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears the green with gold. This 2'5'8" managed fighter, scaled at already 9 stone 3 pounds 10 ounces. His professional record, a perfect one. 8 fights, 8 victories, one of them coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Oxford, ladies and gentlemen, here is the 3-time national champion, Jordan Flynn.
Right, lads, listen up. You both know the rules. You will obey my commands at all times. When I tell you to break cleanly. Take a step back, throw no punches. Keep your heads out of the way, and most importantly, protect yourself at all times. Shake hands.
Seconds out, round 1.
First round of this 8-rounder. I think we could be in for a treat here, lads. Jordan Flynn in the blue corner, 8 wins, no losses, former 3-time national champion. He's a good fighter, he's nice and quick and varies the shots up well. He's game, he's not afraid to get stuck in. And Kane Baker, we know all about Kane. Calls himself the boxing fan with a license. Lives and breathes this sport. We've seen him on numerous matchroom cards. Always gives it his all, as tough as they come. So this one promises to be a tasty matchup.
Because stylistically, it's a hard fight for Baker, because everything behind the jab is a nice, long, sharp jab, and that's going to be hard for Baker to close the distance.
Switch off on the inside.
On the back foot, Jordan Flynn just picking that jab. Does seem already that he has the superior hand speed out of the two, but again, Kane Baker showing us how tough he is, how much he wants it. On the front foot, nice left hook on the back foot from Jordan Flynn.
Don't pull his head. Don't pull his head.
Is Kane Baker like the English Gabriel Rosado, somebody who gives it his all in every fight, doesn't always get the nod, but people still love him?
Yeah, at a lower level, I would say. You know, yes, you sort of like,
switch on there.
I don't know, just saying right, no disrespect to anybody, sort of like a gatekeeper for people with aspirations of going British level and beyond. So he gets them early in their career, so Gabe fights him at world level, doesn't he? But just for the fight at world title, and sort of Kane gets him before British level.
Gotcha.
And does a good job as well, by the way. He makes him work, really does. And can beat a fight if he's not prepared.
Yeah, if he sniffs victory, he will give absolute everything to get his arm raised, and you can see an example of that now, working the body really well, trying to slow down
He's asking him to step back and he's not.
the movement of Jordan Flynn. Just getting a warning here, Kane Baker.
Yeah, but we've all done that, though, when they say step back and you haven't. We've all tried it. You leave your front foot there and just take a little pretend step with the back foot, and then you're straight on the mark again.
The ref is being tough straight out the gate.
Oh, lovely right hand on the back foot by Jordan Flynn. Just falling over the front foot. Kane Baker. Good work inside. Nice right uppercut inside by Kane Baker. But back comes Jordan Flynn. Beautiful work on the back foot. Lovely action.
Oh, lovely uppercut there from Flynn.
Oh, that right hand hurt. Kane Baker. Seems to catch him high on the temple.
I was going to say, you've got to get himself off the ropes here, Flynn, but he's fighting so effectively off it. Finding space for that uppercut and that left hook.
With one of these, you need the free Fix Finder service from AutoZone. It checks these warning lights to email you a detailed report. It's the most complete free warning light report backed by technician-verified fixes.
To throw punches, but Jordan Flynn is actually placing his punches.
Into the Second round we go after a very entertaining first round. Jordan Flynn looking to hold his feet a little bit more. Was pushed back by Kane Baker in that first round, but did have plenty of success with his back on the ropes. Working the body. Both men just missing with that right hand over the top. Kane Baker, he has to be careful. He doesn't fall over that front foot too often because the hand speed of Jordan Flynn, he will catch you.
I think they picked the right ref for this fight. This ref is very aggressive.
Yeah, the fight like this is going to be fought in close quarters. He's a strong visual referee. Good work there from Baker.
Starting to hold his feet a bit more, Jordan Flynn. He's being pushed back, but turns nicely.
Lovely uppercut there from Flynn. Yeah, for someone with such long levers, he gets really creates the space to land the shots up close.
Oh, nice left hook as well. He's just missing with that right hand. Kane Baker, nice left to the body. But creeping forward, it looks unfazed, Kane Baker. Trying to pop the jab out to the body.
But let's not forget Baker's boxed welterweight in the past. So he was most of his earliest career was that super lightweight. So he's probably used to it during like heavier hitters than Jordan Flynn.
Good short right hand inside by Kane Baker, moving around to his left. Throws another straight right hand. He just takes the sting out of the shot. Jordan Flynn just takes a little step back out of range. Good head movement by Kane Baker, just avoiding the jab, but doesn't opt to throw a counter over the shot. Both trading left hooks there. Both corners very animated.
Good effort here from Kane Baker.
That's the way Jordan, I think, needs to fight, you know, the long game from a distance, but just keep that right hand up.
I think the problem he had success in close, especially in the first round. I know he wants to fight in this distance, but you're right. You know, everything's on the end of that long jab. It's a spearing, fast punch. It'll make Baker commit to it. You talk about the front foot. Spearing that long jab will make Baker overcommit to his attacks, and he'll be off balance when he comes forward.
I agree with you. Baker reaches with every shot. Yeah. There's just a counter every time. See, there's a counter for that left hook every time.
We'll have a good, entertaining round.
Sit down, yeah? Get some down. I feel it.
Here at the O2, Jordan Flynn in the blue corner has the superior in hand speed, but that desire, that will to win, that ambition from Kane Baker, always in entertaining fights, and we're seeing again why we love him on these cards, Barry.
Yeah, he's committed to every attack, isn't he? And he's having success here in this round because Flynn's allowed him to get close and work away. Flynn's still having success with that lovely uppercut through the middle. And it's a close fought contest, but it's not the game plan that Flynn needs to make this fight a lot easier for himself by using that long reach, using what he has in the locker. Good footwork, fast hands, and a spearing jab is all he needs to do right now. And slow and tire Kane Baker down with that before he starts putting the pressure on.
Seconds out. Round 3.
Your best friend again, Barack.
Lovely right hand there from Baker.
When you step back.
Both in the centre of the ring, letting big shots go.
A couple of low blows there as well from Jordan Flynn with that left hook. Good work though.
Step back, chin down, walk into it.
Both trading hooks inside. Jordan turns his man wild. There's a good short right hand in there.
But he spins in there, Jordan Flynn. It's the right thing. He's spanning off the ropes. You need to take a half a step back and then attack. Create the space to see the target and then throw again. Just a little bit too close.
I guess in some ways, if you're Kane Baker, to nullify the threat of Jordan Flynn's superior hand speed, you've got to get close and try and smother the work, but in return, I guess you can make it difficult to land the shots yourself. But this is good work, good pressure from Kane Baker inside, but back comes Jordan Flynn, working the body, 3 uppercuts. The final one missing, but a nice right hand with his back on the rope by Kane Baker. It's been a great fight so far.
That right hand is a fantastic shot for Flynn. That uppercut through the middle. Oh, he got chin. He got clipped there.
He got caught. That was a nice right hand by Kane Baker. Just getting a bit greedy, and again by Kane Baker. That's a lovely shot, doubling up on that right hand.
All Baker has to do is just keep that left hand up while he's throwing that right hand uppercut.
But he's walking into uppercuts as well, Baker. He's coming forward having success, but that uppercut's finding a home every time he throws it there, Flynn.
Well, I did see when this was put on the card, these two, I did feel that knowing Kane Baker and the way he approaches fights and what I've seen of Jordan Flynn in the past, not afraid to get stuck in. He naturally likes to fight, even though he's a very smooth, quick, slick fighter. The gum shield comes out, another short right uppercut inside by Jordan Flynn, and the mouthpiece comes out of Kane Baker.
Again, just from Baker.
Both standing in the pocket.
I don't even know if the referee knows the mouthpiece came out.
No. But it may be a lull in action. That's a problem before you stop it. But
there was that lull. He just broke him apart. He didn't get the mouthpiece, so I don't think he knows. And I don't think Baker cares about the mouthpiece.
Well, another cracking round by these two. Kane Baker just looking at the mouthpiece. Thornton Smith, British champion, just passing it to Errol Johnson, Kane Baker's cornerman. But brilliant action, Barry.
Oh, it was, wasn't it? Literally from the bell there. Baker came up really fast, then Flynn started to get some success, and looked like, at one point, it looked like Baker was starting to wilt a little bit with those uppercuts, but then showing great resolve to fire back, and that's the last in the round there when that was flying out with that again. What else would it be but a right uppercut there from Jordan Flynn?
Then go big to body. Stop thinking, stop loading up. When you've got him hurt, stop loading up, trying to take him out. Tip tap, bang. Nah, so adding a little feint in, then go, yeah? Okay? Yeah, you don't need to hurt him. Yeah. He comes when you least expect it, yeah? Okay? Ready?
Second out. Round 4.
There's some very recognisable faces in the corner of Jordan Flynn. We've got Grant Smith, Thornton Smith, one of our finest fighters in this country, and world champion Sonny Edwards. So it's not a bad trio to have in your corner, along with Piers Gregson. You can see Errol Johnson in the corner of Kane Baker, very vocal, really trying to gee his man up and Kane Baker to close that gap and work away. And he hasn't heard the referee. The referee said continue fighting, and Kane Baker's done exactly that. But back comes Jordan Flynn.
Baker. Flynn's talked to the referee. The referee hasn't stopped the action. There's nothing wrong with that.
You don't stop fighting or protecting yourself till the ref say stop. And you don't stop protecting yourself ever, actually.
You can't just stop and talk to the referee and expect the fight to just pause for you.
That is the last thing the referee says to you before the fight starts. Protect yourself at all times. And
that's what he needs to do. Even though two of those shots never landed, but that's his distance.
Jordan Flynn working the body again. Creeping forward, Kane Baker just missing with a double jab there, but doing the right thing, trying to push his man back. Jordan Flynn just taking the sting out with the right hand, but not opting to sit in the pocket as long as he did in the third round. Unfortunately for us, because it was brilliant action when they were both sat there in the foam. That was another good shot, yeah, by Kane Baker. Nice right hand.
Flynn's feeling the pace a little bit here, and I think it's helped him to get his boxing together a little bit. There
we go. Both inside the pocket, let the shots go. Yeah, and I think they've they're saying the same thing as you're saying, Barry. In the Kane Baker corners, Jordan Flynn looks tired.
Good lad.
Yeah, lovely work on the back foot by Jordan Flynn. 3 straight shots.
The pressure's been hard here for Flynn in this round. He haven't taken any loads of punishment, but he's feeling the pace here for sure.
Just needs another phase there, doesn't he, Barry? He's throws the 3 shots, just doesn't bring his feet in, Jordan.
He needs a second win, that's what he needs.
Yeah, non-stop action in this contest. I have to agree, Jordan Flynn takes some deep breaths. I didn't think he thought that this man here, Kane Baker, was going to be as tough and as durable as he is, though we've seen him plenty of times, Barry. He really is.
But he's boxed Baker's fight. And he's had success in doing that, of course. He's worked really well inside. But he's boxed at the close range, and that's allowed Baker to fight his fight. And that's why he's struggling for pace, most definitely. I know Baker is used to fight like this. He can fight like this every round, every fight. This is how he fights. He wants to put pressure on you, and he's dictating the pace. And Flynn's fighting back with maybe the flashier, cleaner work. But I tell you, he's struggling for pace. He needs a second window. If he hasn't trained hard, this is when it tells in these sort of fights.
Yeah, this is that moment when you really are welcome to the professional game. Kane Baker, as tough as they come, in your face, letting his shots go.
The most worrying sign is Barak's feeling the cold.
Listen, I'm sitting here falling in love with Kane Baker. I love the position that he plays. You said he's there for those up-and-coming guys. He's really giving a test to Jordan Flynn right now.
He comes to win. He doesn't come to give you rounds, give you experience. He comes to win a fight. Yes. And that's why we love him.
I wonder if Jordan Flynn, he may have watched the fight Kane Baker had with a very talented Yusuf Kamari, who is equally very good on his feet and has exceptional hand speed. And he just broke Kane Baker down. And I think Jordan Flynn maybe was thinking he could do something similar. I mean, look, still time in this contest. We're only in the 5th round, but Yusuf Kamari really did break Kane Baker down. He looked spiteful, but Jordan Flynn just not having the same success.
Different puncher though, Darren. The clean shots are whipping shots, which are great shots to have. But Kamari has been more purchase in his punches, I feel.
I think Jordan Flynn is going to look back at this fight and say, okay, I had the right idea, the right punches, but I shouldn't have abandoned my defense on the inside. Totally.
Big right hand again by Kane Baker. He took it well, Jordan Flynn. Again, both sitting in the pocket. Letting the hands go, body shot, followed by the right uppercut. Just glances the gloves of Kane Baker.
It's very hard to change the pattern of a fight. So once you set your stall up to go at somebody, or like Flynn has done, to fight in close, it's almost hard to break that cycle.
Big right hand, Kane Baker. He really is flying here. Huge momentum from the man from Birmingham. This is his kind of fight. This is how he wants the fight to be playing out.
We already saw one upset. We might see another one.
Yeah, shout out, his legs are gone, but it's a good 1-2 from Jordan Flynn. Oh, and again, that right hand, he can't miss in this 5th round, Kane Baker, with that right hand.
And you know this, that's drains your energy, take your shots together, doesn't it? Really takes the gas out of the tank.
Like you say, Barry, you know, it's hard to change the pattern of the fight, and for these young guys, for Jordan Flynn to take a step back, it's almost as if you're showing signs of weakness. Oh, big work by Kane Baker. Left hook followed by the right hand. He felt those, Jordan Flynn. He is out on his feet. This is good work for the man from Birmingham. He lives and breathes for this. Brilliant stuff from Kane Baker.
Now he's got to bite down and dig in. He's in the fight now. He can't change the tack. What a round here from Kane Baker.
Well, that is one of the best rounds of Kane Baker's career. That was fantastic stuff. Have a look at this action here in that round. Brilliant stuff.
Again, it just seemed a little bit of a lull in the energy of Jordan Flynn, and Baker took full advantage of that, closed the gap, got the distance, adjustment really right with that right hand, and they've got to be honest, he worked the younger fighter over.
Can't miss with that shot, can he, Barrett?
No, I mean, he's punching through his jaw, and I don't know, Jordan's taking these shots. He's not taking them well, but his feet still seem to be planted. I mean, he's just abandoned his defense. I think they're going to tape his left hand to his head before he leaves that corner.
That might be sound.
But the problem he's had is Jordan Flynn is he had success here when he was fighting close, but it was always the wrong fight to fight. And now, once he got a little bit tired, Kane Baker doesn't get tired, and the momentum has shifted.
Well, here we go into the 6th round of this 8th rounder.
Absolutely gone.
And momentum really has shifted in favour of Kane Baker, looking very strong. He's been very accurate with his shots, especially that right hand. And I guess the only saving grace for Jordan Flynn at this stage in this contest is there is only one stoppage on the record for Kane Baker. Not a noticeable puncher, a big puncher. He's physically strong and he works constantly throughout the contest, but he's not known for his one-punch power. That was some good stuff on the back foot from Jordan Flynn, a right hand followed by a straight left.
And just shows how much more effective he can be on the move from distance. Creating the space to let those shots go.
Short right uppercut inside from Jordan Flynn, and again.
He's not a bad first minute here, Jordan Flynn. Not bad at all.
Yes, the response he needed. He's landed some good shots. Still does look to me, though, that he doesn't have that second wind. Breathing heavy. He's got to get close, Kane Baker. Can't allow this fight to be at range. I do think Jordan Flynn's got enough in the tank to box at his tempo.
Well, he's got to tap the confidence out of Flynn again, like he did in the last round. And that's with pressure. Pressure.
There's that right hand again.
Do you see the success that Jordan Flynn just had a few seconds ago, fighting from a distance, doing a jab, countering with the left hook? I don't know why he reverts back to that inside game. I think because he's just tired, he wants to lean on him.
But then he'll go back to the early rounds. Once he committed to that took too much energy out of him. No, he hasn't got the vigour to get on his toes again and bounce and the confidence that the punches go fluently.
Good point.
And a duel, actually.
Oh, and then that right hand again. He took the sting out of the shot, just sort of swaying backwards and bringing his feet out of range, Jordan Flynn, but he did land the shot. Kane Baker jumping in on the front foot, Kane Baker. Just didn't get the shots off there. The referee's really getting annoyed with the two of them in this 6th round. He's already had a word with him. I think he did say it's your last chance, lad, so we might start seeing some points taken.
He's about to push him out the ring.
Not committed to his attacks here, Baker.
Yeah, he just stood up, didn't he, Barry? Just didn't bring his feet in. That was a round that Jordan Flynn needed there. He needed some move. He didn't need to stay in front of Kane Baker.
Baker will get an absolute battering from his corner.
You're going to say something else?
I was going to say something else, yeah. I was. What I was thinking. But L. Johnson will be saying, you just give away a round when you had all the momentum in the previous round. You had a guy tired and hurt, and you need to cement that or keep that same vein to put that younger kid, inexperienced kid, under pressure, and he allowed him to get his boxing back.
Okay. Punch, jab up a cut, turn it. Yeah, little touch, uppercut. Hey, you got it, innit? Yeah, on the inside, push in, hit the pit, come round the side, okay? Don't switch on.
2 big rounds now. Come on, 2 rounds left. Listen, box his head up. Get up on your toes. Second down. Round 7.
Well, I think we'll all agree here, it is all to play for going into the 7th round of this contest. Both men have had success. It seemed a couple of rounds ago that Jordan Flynn was really starting to tire. He had a decent 6th round, he moved. He kept Kane Baker on the end of the jab, but the man from Birmingham, Kane Baker, the boxing fan with a license, again trying to close that gap, get close to Jordan Flynn and work away as he does there. I think Jordan Flynn's waiting for the referee to call break, but Kane Baker doing exactly the right thing, working away to the body, about 8 unanswered body shots. Oh, good work from Jordan Flynn, good 1-2, but back comes Kane Baker.
It was good work because he took a half a step back, he created the distance, what he should have been doing from the offset.
Kane Baker's got his man backed onto the rope, but Jordan Flynn just pivots off and allows space. Back comes Kane Baker, moving either side. The right hand over the top, the short shot inside from Jordan Flynn.
Again, Jordan Flynn turned in on the ropes just a second ago, and then got too close to the target again and wasn't able to capitalise on the. He got him where he wanted him. Needed a flurry with a combination. He smothered his work.
Nice shot, and again.
Nice right hand round the left hand of Jordan Flynn. Jordan Flynn looking at his corner. Looking for any sort of advice he can get. It's getting tough in there, it really is. The toughest fight of his career without a shadow of a doubt. But for the flip side for Kane Baker, he's been here before. He's cut over the right eye, Kane Baker. But he's seen this all before.
Funny when someone's cut, isn't it? I think it also gives you a bit of a lift, a bit of a boost.
Little feint, then go. That's it, don't hesitate.
Good work. Yeah, I think Jordan Flynn is smelling blood. He turned it up a little bit. But there he goes, fighting back on the inside. He just needs to step back a little.
I know you're not scoring this one, Barry, but who do you feel is winning the contest?
I think Flynn's just slightly ahead, but it's a close one. I think Baker's made him work hard in some of the rounds. I still the earlier rounds, but Flynn's quality of work was better for me. But Baker's closed the gap.
Yeah, now he seems to have got his second win, Jordan Flynn. He's taking the space away from Kane Baker, like you say, Barry, and he's having a lot more success with the straight shots. Good left to the body.
Good roll, wasn't it, as well?
Yeah, it was.
Shot. It was a good movement to make the space for that left hook.
Well, we have had 7 fantastic rounds from these two, and it sets up a fantastic 8th and final round.
See that round there, it was all pressure was from Baker, but I thought it was just a clash of heads there. Maybe that's where the cut appeared. To see Baker come in, yeah, everything really lifted his head over. Must have felt a little bit of a twinge, and yeah, just cut them with the right side. But what I was, there you can see there, he's coming forward with the right hand, and they're just clashing heads. But Baker's pushing the fight. But I still thought the better work came from Jordan Flynn.
Yeah, better use of the feet.
Get that 1-2 on him.
Allowing space. Do you agree with Barry, Barak? Do you think Jordan Flynn just edging this one?
I don't know. I agreed with him last fight too, and I was wrong. So I don't know. I'm just very, very impressed by Baker. I think he's cut over both eyes, actually. He has not took his foot off the gas pedal.
Well, round 8 of this fantastic battle between Jordan Flynn in the blue corner and Kane Baker in the black shorts. Cut, like you say, Barack, I think over both eyes. But he has played his part. He has tried to close that gap every second of every round, and he has made Jordan Flynn, the 26-year-old, work for every second of the round. And like I say, Jordan Flynn went into this contest 8-0. But without a shadow of a doubt, this is the toughest fight of his career as Kane Baker lands another left hook. But back comes Jordan Flynn with work to the body. There's that right hand that he couldn't miss with in the 5th round, Kane Baker.
It's a good start to the round here from Baker, isn't it?
I like what Barry said last round. I mean, Jordan Flynn might get the nod, but this is a learning lesson. He has to look back at this tape to see the many things he could have did differently. When you got Baker coming in, literally his chin is past his foot, is past his knee. It's there to get hit.
And it's not the technical things you can take for this, but tactically is the biggest lesson for me, how you set your stall up.
Brilliant work again from both. Kane Baker trying to close the gap, really, really good stuff. And look, you can have all the skill in the world, all the technical ability in the world over your opponent, but when you have the will, the desire that Kane Baker has, it can take you to places you could only dream of. And he's proven again what a tough man he is and how much he wants this win.
I think the synopsis of this whole fight is that Kane Baker made Jordan Flynn fight his fight.
Yes, from the first bell, let's not forget that.
Again. He's moving a lot to his left, Jordan Flynn, so he is open to that right hand, especially with his lead left hand very low.
The lead left hand low is a great shot because it's a punch that you can, it's hard to read, the jab, but the disadvantage is that you have having it low, and sometimes not worth it. You have the really good feet and good vision, and it's too much of a risk for me. And you touched it earlier, Brack. I know that they'll look back at this, and that left hand will be a point of contention.
Just stabbing away at his right eye. Kane Baker, the blood running into the eye. Last 15 seconds of this contest, and what a contest it's been. Both men leaving it all in the ring. Fantastic stuff. Both exchanging blows right on the bell there. Kane Baker been lifted by his corner men.
Barely lifted. I don't think he got him off the ground.
He would have done a better job than me.
You look at Kane Baker and you think, how does he get any work? Why would you want to fight him? No, from the offset, Mark said he forced Jordan Flynn to fight this fight straight away. And Jordan Flynn was having success. I think the better work, the flashier work was coming from him. The uppercuts through the middle. But Baker was just kept the pressure, didn't worry. And soon as the energy started to wilt from Jordan Flynn, Baker maintained his and started to find a home for that shot there, that right hand, started to work him over. Flynn needed to create some space there to get some punches back. But Baker would just keep coming forward, landing those bigger shots. And now makes this announcement a bit of a tricky tight one.
Look, I think you'll agree, all right? There's a lot to work with if you're Jordan Flynn, but there's an awful lot that he has to work on.
a whole bunch, and that's why you have a corner, and that's why you look back at your fights, you know, and see the mistakes that you made. But shout out to Baker, man. I mean, who comes here with 9 losses and gives it his all like that and puts up a performance like that?
The thing is, that's where like the records for DJs, that's what they say, isn't it? Is that right?
That's the
one. Is that what you youngsters say?
That's the one, bad.
Yeah, but it's because it don't tell the story of the fighter. I've seen Kane Baker early in his career get absolutely robbed at the York Hall when you were yesterday, Barry, sat behind me. In the York Hall, he got robbed against an undefeated fighter, and he boxed out of his skin. So there you go, that's 8 losses straight away. You take a few more, all of a sudden then he's a 50-50 fighter.
Well, if body language is anything to go by, you would have thought Kane Baker's won this. But now we will get the official verdict. Here is your MC, David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds here at the O2 Arena, we go to referee Kieran McCann's scorecard. It reads 77-75 for your winner. He's still undefeated, Jordan Flynn.
Well, Jordan Flynn gets it by 2 rounds. Kane Baker looks absolutely devastated. And you can see why he put everything into the contest. And we will be back very soon with more action.
The world record-breaking crowd inside Camp Nou. And who are they? There's Sam Kerr to get the opening goal.
Batman sends them through to the Champions League semi-finals.
There is a score to settle between Barcelona and Lyon.
C'est Ada Egerbert weighing down her mark in her competition.
Amandine Henry with a spectacular goal for Lyon.
Welcome back to the O2 Arena as we count down to Anthony Joshua versus Jermaine Franklin. The crowd's starting to file in here as they get excited for what will be a fantastic fight tonight. What it also does is set up an absolutely mega month right here on DAZN.
And now entering the arena, Rodriguez!
The sky is the limit.
Cordina!
The most stunning finish. A dominant performance over a former champion.
Both of these women are champions and they're fighting like champions.
What a couple of months we got coming your way on DAZN. It's not just world-class boxing though that they bring you right here on DAZN. UEFA Women's Champions League has reached the semi-final stage with all 4 legs live right here. Both Arsenal and Chelsea through to the semi-finals as well, as is every game from the new IPL cricket season. And we haven't forgot you NFL fans, we've got you covered with Game Pass, giving you all the gridiron access. Make sure you check your local schedules for availability. Act with me still up top here. I like it, the fans.
I like how you use the gridiron, that
gridiron.
NFL
You
slang.
see that? I'm getting there, little
Love it,
NFL
love it.
slang, I'm getting there. Well, if we've got it, I've got to know about it, right? I've got to know about it. Let's get some predictions. You know me and you, we don't fence it. Let's get some predictions for the main card. Let's start with the big boys, the top one, right? AJ versus Franklin. Me and you have spoken about this so much.
Maybe we
at
can
length.
end with that one.
No, I want to start with it. I want to put you on the spot. Let's go. Back.
Right away.
Right away.
Like I said, he's fighting a guy that is more experienced than him. Been fighting his whole life since he was a young kid. AJ started late in his career on the fast track to Olympic gold, to unified champion. I think now it's more mental than anything. I think AJ has done the homework with Derek James. has soaked in that culture, that fight culture over there in Texas.
Give me a prediction, Ak. I want a prediction. What's going on?
I
just want a round and knockout.
What we did earlier this week. Do you want me to give it to you again? The fight ends within 7 rounds.
Okay,
I added a round because earlier week I said
to who?
None other than the man, the Nigerian, Anthony Joshua.
I like what you're doing there. All right, Wardley Coffee.
Look, I think that Coffee is coming to win. Very dangerous fighter, but I don't think he pulls it off today. I think Wilder pulls it off.
Yeah, Wardley, so Wardley for the win?
Yeah, Wardley for the win in the decision.
Okay.
Doesn't end in knockout.
Okay, Young Hatton versus Fielding.
Whew. Listen, this is a fight that Hatton can actually lose. There's a possibility, a lot of pressure. I think he's going to soak up this 0-2 love tonight and pull it off. I'm going to go with Hatton.
All right, final one, Amma Williams versus River Wilson Bent.
Amma Williams has so much potential to be one of the top guys in the middleweight division. Look, guys are moving up to 168. Things are opening up in that division. Amma has the equalizer, power, and he has this aura about him and his confidence that I think that we're going to see it tonight. I think he ends this fight in knockout within 4 rounds.
All right. We got there in the end. He got there. He has to do that. That's Ak. He likes to do that. All right, let's go back to David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the O2 Arena here in London, England, live on DAZN, we are set to go with a special welterweight attraction, and it's all being brought to you courtesy of Mr. Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. We're sponsored by Betfred, Stagefront, and JD Sports. Introducing your third man in the ring at the sound of the bell, scoring A-star referee from Doncaster, Mr. Howard Foster. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 4 rounds of boxing scheduled in the welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the blue trunks with the white trim. He scaled 10 stone, 2 pounds, 7 ounces. His professional record, 3 victories, 11 defeats, all 3 of his wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Sofia, Bulgaria, introducing George Babyface Velichkov. And his opponent across the ring fighting out of the blue corner. He wears the white, green, and gold. He scaled already 10 stone, 5 pounds, 14 ounces. His young professional record thus far perfect. 2 fights, 2 victories, one of them coming by way of knockout. He proudly fights out of his home in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the undefeated Ziad Zizo
Okay, guys, you know the rules. Keep it clean, break straight away when told. Both watch your heads in close. Good luck to you both. Touch gloves. Good luck, lads.
Second round. So a 4-round contest in the welterweight division. In the blue corner, Ziad Al-Mayouf, Zizo from Saudi Arabia. We've seen him a few times, fought in 2 big bills. AJ Ruiz and AJ Usyk. He's a student of the game, has a fantastic backstory. Lives and breathes the sport. He's made some huge sacrifices moving to the States and under the tutelage of Buddy McGurk. You can see my old England teammate Paul Smith in the corner too. And in the red corner, George Velichkov, the Bulgarian southpaw, 3 wins. It does have 11 defeats. Only been stopped once though, so he knows how to survive. Good jab from Zizo.
Yeah, it's a nice, fast, positive start here, isn't it, from Al-Mayouf? Just lifts his chin a little bit high when he throws that left hand.
Yeah, Zizo bending forward a little bit much for me. But I think it's because of the level of his competition. I'm hoping it's because of that, you know.
He was dropped in his second fight in Saudi, like we say, against Ronald Martinez in the first round. He got up and showed us some good work on the front foot. He was letting his hands go, and he got the nod. Back down to action he goes. He's letting his shots go, but Balachev is not afraid to let that left hand go.
Yeah, and Almayev just got to be careful when he's walking forward. There's no head movement, and because he's quite upright when he walks forward there, he's up into a shot every time. He's just a target to hit.
He took that one well on the guard. Almayev, big looping left hand, took it on the right guard. Get back behind that jab, just falling a little short with the jab. Almayev needs to bring the feet in. He's quite tall, he's quite upright. Needs to get that chin down. A tremendous story, it really is. Almayev in Saudi Arabia, boxing obviously not one of the hotbeds across the world, and used to travel the gyms. But just wasn't getting the opportunities that a guy with his ambition sort of requires. Travelled around, going to different gyms, and here we are. Just fighting at the O2 on an AJ bill once more, working with the great Buddy McGirt. Sharp opening round.
Awesome.
You earn an AutoZone reward.
Awesome.
Get more out of getting the job done.
AutoZone.
Here is John Hedges' opponent, Daniel Bokianski, 28-year-old Polish fighter, in action next against the extremely tall southpaw John Hedges.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out, round 2.
Second round here. Almayev in the green shorts, working nicely behind that jab. Nice, quick, sharp shot, but every time he's had the opportunity, Velichkov has let that left hand go, very looping with the shot, so it's important that Zizo keeps that right hand up, just falling over the front foot, getting his feet a little tangled. It usually does happen when a southpaw fights an orthodox.
I'm not in love with Zizo's style, but I've noticed since the first round that he's listening to everything Buddy McGirt is saying. He's saying, don't back up, go forward, use the jab. You know, so everything he's saying, he's doing.
You're a tough man to please, Brett.
It's just the feet that's used though, so he's walking in, but it's not, there's no pace in the footwork. Belichev's just gone, so he throws that loop in left hand. If he throws that left hand right down the pipe, then Almayev walks onto it every time. So Almaev's just got to start, just relax your shoulders a little bit, just get a little bit lower, and just start rocking back and forth.
He's planting his foot down, his lead foot down flat instead of like on his toes, and it's making him very, very slow.
Do you know what? Exactly what I was about to say. You see that sometimes with guys that have quick hands. They sometimes concentrate on the hands more than they do the feet, and that's very, very dangerous. When you go through the levels, you end up falling over the front foot, and you are open to those counters. So he does need to bring the feet in. He does have quick hands though. Almayev picks the shots well.
His feet don't complement his hand speed. You understand? He's not getting in quick enough, and he's not getting out quick enough, but his hands are very fast.
So once you know you don't have fast feet, you have to adjust to that, but that means you have to have lateral movement and upper body movement, so you have to get a little bit lower, a little bit of a wider stance, and work it from that angle.
But I don't think he can't. Well, you might be right, but maybe he can have fast feet if he get on his toes.
Yeah.
Get on your toes. Plant when you're in there and you're letting the shot go.
Yeah, he's just kept Almayu thinking and a little tentative at times to really bring those feet in because of that left hand. Velichkov, he's always cocked and ready. That was a nice left to the body from the Bulgarian.
Just got to get that left foot on the outside when he throws that right hand. Almayu just sliding across the target when he throws. He takes the step, just squares at the target for him.
I like Zizo's defense, though. It's a little subtle. He uses that right hand to block the jab and even the left hand.
Great, step back. Step back. Where you going? That's it.
Good reactions there.
End of the second round. Zizo struggling to get any real momentum. He has work behind the jab, but he's not bringing his feet in. This is from Buddy McKirk in the corner of Zizo.
Come on, man. You're missing the right hand. You know why? You're standing still with your feet. That's wrong with the jab. Shoot the right.
And here is the young 20-year-old southpaw from Essex, John Hedges, 7-0. Got the 2 knockouts and really starting to fill out, and he's finding that man strength with every fight, looking more hurtful and spiteful, and starting to fill out into a more solid cruiserweight. And he's up next, John Hedges, with Daniel Fabianski from Poland. But back to this one we go, the third round.
Seconds out, round 3.
Almayev in the blue corner wearing the green jorts, and his opponent, George Velichkov from Bulgaria, the southpaw, looking for that left hand at every opportunity.
Start there from Velichkov there, just letting his hands go. I think that'll help Almayev as well, because his hand's going to be more of a target to hit.
Just dangerously high, the chin of Zizo. Has to get that tap down.
He's just struggling to land. He's got the southpaw stance. He's just struggling to land that left-hand jab, which probably everything comes off that for him. So he's had to adjust a little bit, not quite getting it right just yet, but still. The intention's there for him.
I mean, it's not absolutely crucial. We've seen it with lots of fighters in the past that don't have a depth as far as amateur pedigree is concerned, but this is the kind of usual scenarios you see when someone doesn't have an extensive amateur background. They struggle with the opposite stance, the southpaw. They don't get their foot on the outside, they don't vary up the jab, and we've seen that a bit with Almayev so far.
Well, when you don't have an amateur experience or a wealth of it, then you find it hard to adjust mid-fight, which is difficult anyway. But it's almost impossible for you because everything's new, relatively. Whereas an amateur, you've seen a varying of styles, so you've been used to adapting. Also, as you know, in international tournaments, Darren, you never know who you're fighting.
Yeah. Absolutely, you got to be able to adapt right on the spot.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll be learning in there. Almayev, nicknamed Zizo, change of styles, and will be made to think like he hasn't before. That left hand from Velichkov becoming a little predictable. I'm surprised. And look, again, this is another reason why we've probably not seen certain things like the feint to draw out that left hand from Velichkov. That would obviously allow Almayev to fire back with quick counters with those fast hands, but just doesn't really have the know-how yet to draw out the lead of his opponent.
Yeah, still young. I love it, though, because every so-called B-side fighter didn't come to just pick up a check. They actually came to win. And that's what we're seeing right here now with Georgie.
Yeah, nice little combination. He didn't down with a lot of the shots, but just the fact that he's able to let his hands go with a bit of conviction, making Almayev think.
I'm really impressed by Georgie's, actually, Zizo's defense. Some of those shots are being picked off.
Yeah, plenty to like from Zizo and plenty to work on also. but he's in safe hands with Buddy McGirt, who we can see in shot now.
Okay? And when the guy's getting close to you, why are you keeping your hands on the outside? Your hands should be in his, Ziz. It's the last round now.
Last round, yeah.
Okay, hey, you gotta stay in your fucking shell. Ziz a punch when he's close to you. When he's close to you, you're like this, no good. Come on, keep pushing him back and shoot your right hand straight. Okay, when he gets off his shots, he stands right there. Fire back. You stand right there doing nothing.
10 seconds.
Come on, finish strong.
Seconds out. Fourth and final round.
Last round in this contest. It's been a tricky one for Almayev. Phil, he probably would have seen the record of Georgi Velichkov. You see, there's only 3 wins and 11 losses. But he's been frustrated at times. Velichkov has looked for that left hand. He's taken the range away from Almayev at times, who we've touched on before. He hasn't brought his feet in. He has fell short with shots. He's carried his chin high, but you know, the plus is he's got very quick hands, got a nice jab.
He's just struggled with the southpaw stance, that's all, because he hasn't been able to work the jab, and then he lost confidence in letting his hands go in combinations. And again, it's a new experience for him, I guess, and he'll learn from it. But he's kept plugging away. You've got to give him credit for that. And as Barack said, so defensively he's been a little bit smarter than what probably you first thought he was.
Nice short right uppercut inside from Almayev. It was a nice shot, he didn't follow it up. Nice straight left this time from Velichkov.
I just got a feeling for Almayev, he sort of set himself up like he's a puncher, and he's not. And so he's sort of waiting to land a big shot, but it's not there for him, so he just needs to be a little bit busier.
Yeah, rounds are absolutely valuable for Almayev if he's to progress and learn and go through the ranks. He's going to come up against characters like these who know how to survive. They'll keep you thinking, they'll keep throwing shots to stop you in their tracks. You're not going to have things your own way. So he's learning on the job, but taking 2 hooks there from Velichkov.
Just there a few seconds ago, when he came forward with the jab, he didn't get the foot on the outside. He smells his work, he gets the foot on the outside, he slides across the target, and he can pivot out into a safe place.
Good action, both sitting in the pocket, letting the hands go. Finishing the fight strongly, both of them. Velichkov really pushing forward on that front foot, leaning on Almayev, who again looking for that uppercut. He shortened the shot up and had some success. Has it been a little too late for Velichkov? He would have started earlier, just didn't let enough go. I mean, it was single shots with that left hand, but really letting the shots go now, punches and bunches inside. Short left hand inside by Almayev, the Saudi. Respect from both men at the end of that 4-rounder. Finishing the contest strong, both of them standing inside, letting flurries of shots go. Like I say, there's a lot to like with Almayev, a lot to work with.
A lot to work with. It looks like his feet were nailed to the canvas. He didn't really want to move them much, and it took some steam off his punches as well. But I do like he's listening to his corner. He's listening to his corner. He has some physical attributes that Buddy McGirt can work with. So I think we'll see a better Almayev each time he goes out there.
And you can hear Buddy every now and again in the corner. You can hear Buddy asking for him to get a little bit lower, and I think that helps him, because when you get a little bit lower, wider stance, you got a little bit more swivel on your hips, so you'll be able to move on the target a little bit better. Because when he plants his feet, if he has flat feet, he's not going to get the ball to his feet. Then he needs to get lower so he can just try and slide around the target a little bit better than he is now.
Well, a good test for Zizo Almayev. Our MC David Diamante is ready with a verdict, so let's hand over to him right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds here at the O2 in London, England, we go to referee Howard Foster's scorecard. It reads 39-37 for your winner. He's still undefeated, Ziad Zizo Al-Mayouf.
So Al-Mayouf gets the decision. He goes to 3-0. His first victory on the road here at the O2, holding the Saudi flag. He really does live and breathe this sport. He loves the sport. I mean, there is an awful lot for him to learn and pick up on, but he gets the win. And a reminder, at 7 o'clock, you can join us for the main card live on DAZN. You scan your QR code. You can get all the action. It promises to be a cracking evening. So hello and welcome to the three of us, from the three of us. It's been a good evening so far, gents.
100%. We've seen upset, and we've seen every fighter come to fight, and that's what we need to see. Fights that are more evenly matched than not.
Well, we've seen an upset, almost saw another upset with Kane Bacon and Jordan Split, of course.
Right.
And yeah, then with something to go. But this is a prelude to a bigger thing, of course.
He was impressed with Kane Baker. Do you think he deserved the shot? Sorry, the win?
I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to go that far. Even, you know what it is that the rounds that he won them bigger. And that's what it was. So I don't think he deserved the fight, but, you know, just a head nod.
Yeah, it was a great fight, and I'm sure we'll have another one now. Our MC, David Diamante, is ready for the last fight on the Before the Bell segment.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the O2 Arena here in London, England, we are set to go with a special light heavyweight attraction. It's all being brought to you courtesy of Eddie Hearn of Matchroom Boxing. We're sponsored by Betfred, Stagefront, and JD Sports. Introducing your third man in the ring at the sound of the bell, A-star referee, scoring referee from Harrow, Kieran McCann. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 8 rounds of boxing scheduled in the light heavyweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, he wears right with red trim. He's scaled 13 stone, 4 pounds, 4 ounces. Professional record, 11 wins against 2 defeats. 2 of his wins coming by way of knockout. He fights out of Nowa Sącz, Poland. Please welcome Daniel Bocianski. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner. He wears green with gold trim. He scaled 13 stone, 7 pounds, 4 ounces. His professional record, 7 fights, 7 victories, 2 of them coming by way of knockout. Here is the 4-time national champion and the 7-time international titleist, fighting out of Takeley, England, the gentleman, John J. Hedges.
Right, gents, listen up. You both know the rules. You will obey my commands at all times. When I tell you to break cleanly. Take a step back and throw no punches. Keep your heads out of the way, and most importantly, protect yourself at all times. Shake hands.
Seconds out.
So an 8-rounder to finish our Before the Bell segment here at the O2. And in the blue corner, the 6'5" southpaw from Essex, John Hedges. Going along nicely as a professional. 7 wins, no losses, 2 knockouts. Really starting to fill out, mature, and starts to look for the finish now. Starting to look like a real hurtful puncher. Works the body well there. As Bocianski just falls on to Hedges, and mentioned the surname there, Bocianski, Daniel, Polish Orthodox, equally tall, 6'3". He has a winning record. It's a good test this for John Hedges. He's 11-2. He's tall, he does carry his chin high, but he likes to poke out the jab. He's tough, he's physically strong. And with that record, he obviously comes to win.
Yeah, Bocianski has a good record. John Hedges was saying this week that he was looking for a fighter with a good record, tough like this. You see he's coming in. But, you know, this is also a guy who lost to Tommy Fury. You know, but he comes to fight, and I think this was just the right test for him.
And that's the gauge for him, isn't it? Can he do a better job than Tommy Fury did? Can he get a stoppage or a more dominant performance? First of all, the win, of course, but yeah, you know the building starts where you match him against people who have fought other potential rivals.
You know, all night we've seen a disparity in skill set, but heart tremendous.
Yes.
Yeah, and it really can take you to places. You've got that will to win. Bocianski's going to need it against a very confident John Hedges. Like I said, really improving, working well behind the jab. You can see the concentration, always thinking, always looking for mistakes that the opponent makes and fires back with quick, hurtful counters. Looking for that bolo to the body with the left hand, John Hedges. One just straight, a little low there, he didn't complain, Bocianski. And another one. You can hear the voice of Mark Tibbs in the corner, saying stay nice and compact. And he's in safe hands, Barry, with Mark Tibbs.
Yeah, he is, because they'll get him doing the basics correct. That's what the Tibbs do. You know, he boxes with his hands low, that's his style, but it'll be a solid jab. He steps behind the jab, gets a little bit of weight on it, so it's not just a range finder or a flicking shot that you can counter off. He makes you feel something, puts you back in your place.
You know, John Hedges is trying to counter Bocianski. The problem is that Bocianski's rushing in so far. He just needs to step back a little bit with that counter.
Awesome.
You earn an AutoZone reward.
Awesome.
Get more out of getting the job done.
Yeah, the seats that the O2 starting to slowly fill. There's been a buzz around the O2, but seeing some good work from John Hedges, the straight shots, that's his bread and butter. He's a very good amateur. John Hedges is a thinking fighter, very accurate with his shots, doesn't waste much.
Seconds out.
We're seeing clips of it there. Bocianski on the front foot, trying to push John Hedges back onto the ropes in the corner. That was nice footwork, nice exit off the ropes from John Hedges. Nice right hand though from Bocianski.
Good there from Bocianski, because what he did there was take his head over to the left, just in case that uppercut came through, before he fired that right hand.
I like to see John Hedges go to the body, because I think he's a great body puncher. I love his hooks to the body.
Yeah, it really does wing him in. Really loops the shots in, head and body. Bocianski just falling short of that left to the body's got to be careful. We just spoke about the body shots there. He also does throw a lovely uppercut, Hedges, so has to bring his feet in. Bocianski has to try and close the gap, has to try and nullify this work from John Hedges that he does from range. Is very sharp, very accurate.
Well, I think Hedges can push him back. If he double jabs, if he doubles that up and just pushes behind it, gets a bit of weight in it, uses a bit of shoulder into that right-hand jab, then he can push this guy up then, and then as you got him back with the second hand, then you let go with that left cross.
See, John just smothered that left uppercut because he didn't take that step back when Bocianski came in.
That was a nice one too. The left hand straight down the middle of the guard of Bocianski. Lovely shot. He took it well though, the pole. Nice jab. Good right hand down the middle though from Bocianski, just as Hedges was moving to his right. Good work. That's that body work that you're calling for, Barack. Lovely stuff.
Stop back in the head, lads. This work. Break.
I think once that uppercut land is going to change things for John Hedges.
Well, they're sickening shots to take out. They just so demoralising when you get hit with a good uppercut. Ooh, head's coming in close there.
Yeah, heads coming together. Have to be careful there, but it can happen when...
Good jab there from Hedges.
Yeah, it can happen when an orthodox and a southpaw come together. Heads can clash.
Ooh, not far off for that uppercut there, Hedges.
Close.
That's the idea. That's better. Bit of conviction in those straight shots. But I think he's better when he's forward momentum in his move. More weight on it, but he can still punch long. He hasn't got close to distance.
I'm gonna write a little note and just slide it to his corner, John Hedges, and say, just step back a little bit.
Of Ammo Williams tonight, because you got a guy who's going to come to win. A tall, rangy guy who likes to fight from distance.
And a familiar face and a very familiar surname, Campbell Hatton. Having his hands wrapped by Uncle Matthew, former European champion, former opponent of Canelo Alvarez. And we've said it time and time again, Barry, it's all about baby steps with Campbell Hatton.
It's a steep learning curve in the public eye, so it's always a very, very difficult thing for him, but it's about maintaining the expectations of not only him, but also the public.
Third round. A good contest so far. John Hedges not having everything his own way. Bokianski, he's here with a winning record. He's here to change his life and his career, you could say. A win here over John Hedges really does open some doors for the pole. But some good work.
Step back then, Barack.
Yeah.
Step back there, look at that.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, you begin your 10%.
Yeah, that little note that you've slid over, paying dividends there. I think that is the case when you've got the long levers that John Hedges has. It's all about space. It's about being able to get full leverage on the shots. And
but you can still be aggressive with it, though.
Course,
People think just because you've got long levers, you've got to be always the fighter on the move, and it's not the case. You can come forward, but come forward behind the punches. Like Klitschko, he never leaned over the front foot. Vladimir, he turned from the hips and the shoulders, and everything was long, and he squared those shoulders up and maximised the reach.
I guess you could say ever so slightly there are similarities in the style almost between Tyson Fury and John Hedges in the sense that they're very rangy and, you know, they're quite upright, they're southpaws.
Was that worse than my reference for Canelo earlier? I think he was trying to outdo me.
I stopped listening really quickly.
I couldn't leave that one with you, Brack. I had to take the shine away from you.
You kind of saved me. That was good. Thank you.
Reminds me a little bit of Sugar Ray Leonard. You just making things up now?
I was thinking more Mike Tyson.
But he's boxing well. I think the jab's working well for him. And he's found his distance now, certainly in this round here. Hedges.
Oh, a lovely jab, straight down the guard of Bokianski. That was a nice shot.
But now he's looking more aggressive now here, Hedges, isn't he?
Yeah, this is better on the front foot. I'm pretty sure he has heard you two. He must have. Yeah, he's got Bokianski where he wants him. That's taking the range away from him there, just sliding out range. Didn't manage to get the uppercut off though, but back on the jab. Good 1-2, just taking the sting out of the shots though, the pole.
It's been a good round here for Hedges.
Yeah, it has. More aggression, more intent.
Cleaner work as well throughout.
Ooh. Nice body shot with the right hand by Hedges.
Stop boxing! Stop boxing!
Yeah, this is better stuff from John Hedges. Starting to creep forward, believing in himself more. And
become like you bullying a smaller fella.
I love your bald head.
Backhanded compliments. I love them.
No, you are without a doubt the best looking bald man I've ever met. But anyway, back to this one.
I don't think you've met any then. I'm sorry. It was easy.
Right, enough of shiny heads. Yeah. Back to this one, fourth round.
I wonder if this would be the same if I was like a former welterweight or heavyweight or something like that.
We'd be a lot nicer.
Yeah.
John Hedges just having his man fall into the blue corner there. I don't think there was a shot of note that landed, but the feet definitely coming together and tangling and putting the pole off balance. And again, we're seeing John Hedges on the front foot, starting to get behind that jab. That's a lovely left to the body, really looping the shot in and following up with a jab. But just when they're getting close, which usually does happen with guys that have that really rangy, long reach, they can tie up and it can get a little messy. So, as you both said, gents, space crucial here for John Hedges.
Yeah, come back with the left hand there, Hedges. He jabbed and dipped. He didn't continue with the combination.
This is the same referee as Baker and Flynn. He's being a lot nicer, I think, because these guys are bigger.
Oh, that was a lovely left right over the top. He felt that one for sure, Bokianski. It was good work, and he's following it up. This is a good attack, a patient attack. Let 3 shots go. He's followed it up with 2 more shots. Bokianski looks like he's recovered. He took the shot well. It was a lovely left straight down the middle.
This is it now for Hedges. I think he just needs to be aware of the target. Don't throw wildly, but keep maintaining that pressure.
Just as you were saying, I mean, that's commentator's curse, Barack.
I spoke too soon.
Ruined the flow of the fight, Barack. He did.
But he was throwing, the ref didn't say stop. He was throwing the punches, the ref didn't say stop. What do you expect? What do you expect Bokianski to do? I don't get it.
I think that's your next calling, Barack. You have to be a referee.
I am certified.
He is certified. He has a license. Not for over here.
That's true.
A pretend one from America. Oh, good shot.
Yeah, that was a good right hand over the top from Bokianski. But back on the front foot comes John Hedges. He's got that fire, that bite now, that aggression.
Good body shot there from Hedges.
Yeah, it was a good shot, that.
Also, good right hook. You also got to remember all your young years here, Hedges, as well. 20 years of age. And he's kept his composure here quite impressively.
And he's barely breathing, so he's in shape.
And it's important to learn how to dictate the pace as well, without emptying your tank, isn't it?
Like Floyd. You've never seen him tired, just
like
by
Floyd.
dictating the
pace. There you go, there's another reference, there we go. Another mad, crazy reference.
Well, they got a lot of similarities.
The British heavyweight champion, Fabio Wardley. He's in with a tough, dangerous Coffee. He done some funny videos on his Instagram during the week. Fabio Wardley really coming on well. Michael Coffey, like I say, 10 KOs on his record. Out of his 13 wins, he can punch. He's a danger man. I've been so impressed with Fabio, Barry.
And Wardley commits, and sometimes with that commitment, mistakes can be made. So there's always a worry about that. But also, he has great balance, lovely footwork, and you tend to think that if he's on point tonight, it should be a good performance from him.
Yeah, indeed. Sets up some massive fights, whether it be for international titles or defending his British title. Got the likes of David Adelaide. Fraser Clark called him out, so he's a wanted man. He has a target on his back. But back to this one, John Hedges. We're just starting to see the last couple of rounds, just closing that gap, starting to get his shots off. Notably that left hand, the uppercut, the nice looping shot to the body. I think he'll be happy with the fact that he's in with someone like Bokianski, who has a winning record, has come into wins, has shown openings because he you know, he has that winning record and wants to land shots of his own. So
yeah, again, it's another one of those learning fights, isn't it? The record's good, but you know, he's technically nowhere near the Hedges' level because he has that winning record. He has that, as you already said, Frank, that winning mentality, which can sometimes overcome barriers.
Right, and I don't want him to get discouraged neither that he couldn't stop the guy. He did hurt him last round or round before, but it's about dominating the fighter, you know, and making as little mistakes as you can.
Good work with that lead right hand, body and head from John Hedges, starting at the body and going back upstairs, and again, lovely work, changing up the angle of the shots, the right to the ribcage.
Hedges, elusive. Dare I say Pernell Whittaker?
I mean, they just keep coming. They keep coming.
Well, I think Bokianski is not throwing himself in as much anymore. I think that straight left has made him a little bit more shy.
And I think luckily for John Hedges, there don't seem to be much power in the Bokianski style, very similar to Barry Jones. He's a recognisable face. I heard he's been playing golf at Wentworth today. How the other half live, eh, Barry?
I drive past there quite a lot.
Oh dear.
But that's about as good as I can get, unfortunately.
Former WBC Cruiserweight World Champion Tony Bellew.
Is that a Merce, a man purse? Does he have like clippers in there just in case he wants to shape up his head? Because he's fly right now.
Yeah, he's looking smart, Tony.
Seconds out, round 6.
So into round 6 we go, this 8-rounder. John Hedges in the green shorts.
I'm telling Bellew you said that, by the way.
He looked quite angry.
Already? He's angry already, wait till I tell him.
Well, we got Evander Holyfield in the ring right now. Why don't you just pay attention to that instead of threatening me?
It was in good intent from Bokianski. He's starting to close the gap himself, he's trying to get on the front foot and try and push John Hedges back. He's not having much success. We just see John Hedges there, moves round, he pivots and gets himself exactly where he wants to be in the middle of the ring.
He's got to get Hedges out of his rhythm, and I think he just hasn't got the hand speed or the foot speed to really do that.
He's just waiting, you can see in the eyes of John Hedges, he's just waiting for Bokianski to throw a sloppy shot to lead out with that left.
He's just taking little steps back, isn't he, Hedges? Yeah. Only little tiny steps.
Yeah, I think now's the time to stop waiting and to go push him backwards now because he's hurt.
It's very difficult when you're naturally a counter-puncher, and you've said this before, Barry, you can counter-punch on the front foot.
Right.
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah, you know, and again, it's something that Barack mentioned in another fight previously. That feint does that for you. Drawing the lead. Feint, half a step in, half a step out.
Good work to the body again. Beautiful stuff. Doubling up with the right.
I would say though, he's just punching with the fingers a little bit. He's making that noise. I think if he just turns his wrist a little bit, hits with the knuckles, they don't make the same noise, but they have much more of an impact.
Yeah, more of a slap instead of a solid dig around the body, but
turn like Triple G maybe, perhaps. I mean, I'm sorry, we're going there, right?
Oh, that was good work, lovely. You like that one, Barry?
That was fantastic. There's a little tiny little step over to the side to make the space for it.
Again, you can see Hedges trying to draw the lead. Bokianski, but working nicely behind that double jab, flicking the shot out, very accurate.
He's got better as the fight's going along, Hedges, and that's the impressive part. For a young athlete as well, to improve while the fight's going on. And like you said, he hasn't been out of breath once. The pace he's set it himself, he's controlled it, and he's comfortable in it.
And he's feeling himself right now. That's why he's doing a little showboating. I think he has his rhythm now. Because like you said, Bocianski slowed down. And so now he could just have his way with him.
Yeah, ended around. John Hedges at the end of that, the last part of that round, really in cruise control. Looking confident, looking relaxed. Probably all that's required is the foot on the gas and really get to work. Good work to the body though, Barry.
Yeah, he's worked. He's varied his attacks, to be fair. You know, he's been whipping the shots through the middle. Look at that beautiful uppercut there. Little lean back, but he's not quite with the fully with the knuckle. But the thoughts there, he's trying to get that shot into play. It's been a good performance from him. He's grown in confidence as the rounds got on. He's slowed down Bocianski, and now he's starting to enjoy himself, relax, and let the punches flow easily, quicker and faster. It's been a good display from a 20-year-old. Don't forget that.
Yeah, exactly that.
Yeah, Barry, you caught in real time what we just saw in slow motion with the hand. How he didn't turn Hedges, didn't turn his punches over.
I totally made it up. Really good.
That was a great guess. Great guess.
You can hear it, that's why. You can hear the way he hits the body. I think it's a different sound to... I slapped most of my career, so I know the sound. I could punch, but I never threw a punch.
Round 7 in this 8-rounder. John Hedges, he's looking confident, he's looking relaxed. Starting to find the range and the rhythm, as Barak says. Looking smooth. Will we see him put his foot on the gas? I guess in some respects, no need really when you're having everything your own way. But oh, that was a lovely lead right uppercut right through the guard of Bocianski. He took that well, and there's some swelling you can see on the right side of the face of Bocianski as he walks onto another rear left uppercut. This is good work from John Hedges.
And look at the bounce in his step when he landed those shots. He span around the tag, but he had a little bounce to his step. That's the confidence. It radiates from his body.
He's just got Bocianski exactly where he wants him. On the back foot, he's got him behind the jab. When he walks in, Bocianski arcs in those beautiful uppercuts where he works the body.
But to cause Hedges problems, you have to have faster feet. You've got to get to the target quicker. With a tall fighter like Hedges, you've got to put him under pressure early, get him out of his rhythm, make him panic a little bit. And Bocianski just hasn't got the footwork or the hand speed to really implement that. The only chance he has success is throwing when you throw. And for that, Hedges got to close the distance.
Yeah, just struggling to close the gap now. Bocianski. Good three-punch combination. Taking on the gloves, though, Bocianski, but it's nice work from Hedges, working again with that jab. He's dropping the jab down to his waist, trying to draw out the lead again of Bocianski, who's not taking the bait, trying to bring his feet in, but walks onto a right hand again there. Chin was high. Good work again by Hedges, missing with a left uppercut, but finding the target with the straight left over the top. Good work.
Literally the same game plan from round 1. John Hedges, just now he's connecting more. It's beautiful.
Looking a little jaded and annoyed with himself. Bocianski, as he sort of just rushes in with a couple of shots. Doesn't quite know what to do.
There's too much of a gap, isn't there? He's trying to counter off Hedges. There's too much of a gap in between the combinations.
4 unanswered shots again from Hedges, who gets back behind the jab.
Hedges can be an aggressive fighter, I think.
And just start walking him down, right?
Yeah.
Now's the time, if you ask me.
We're arms outside the face, don't punch him.
Yep, another one in the bag for John Hedges. Nice and relaxed stuff, nice and smooth. Starting to enjoy himself in there.
He is, yeah. Could he slow down Bocianski, who wasn't the fastest anyway? No. As Barak said, he's doing what he's doing in the first round, but the success rate is more than double. Everything he throws, he's landing with. You can see things clearly. Every time Bocianski throws a shot, there's a massive gap there. His feet are not fast enough to get to the target. and Hedges has enjoyed himself. But there is a time now. He's young, and you don't want to take any silly risks. But I do think he can be more aggressive now. He can take a little bit of an educated risk to just test if he can get that stoppage.
You want me to pass one of those notes again? This time from you?
They seem to be working.
The theme is Barak says, and then we write the
Corners, 10 seconds.
You know what the show, isn't it? Barak says.
Final round.
Sounds good to me.
Here we go, the final round of this contest. And it's been one where we've seen some impressive stuff from John Hedges. He's boxed nicely, predominantly on the back foot, finding the accuracy quite early on with the jab, and we've seen some beautiful work to the body, as we just see there. Lovely step back, lean back, and fires the left in to the body. We've seen some good uppercuts as well. I think we all agree. We'd just like to see John just slightly hold the centre of the ring more and push forward, but that will come.
But what's most important is he doesn't make any silly mistakes. When you're this far ahead and this dominant, is you know, continuing the same. The corner will say continue in the same vein. They want to win. Promoters and the public will probably say, put your foot on the gas and let's impress. Or let's put the real stamping finish on what's been a good performance.
Buddy McGurk might say, get this out of here.
Yeah, very rude.
Changing up the angle of the shots there. Big looping overhand left, just misses and lands a little short right uppercut in afterwards though, but he took it well, the pole.
Oh, lovely work. See a little side step there, little stutter step to the left, going back to the right. So we don't get too drunk on Hedges' work. I would say that this is an opponent that's suited for him as well. So we get some reality. But he's boxing really well. And he's fantastic for a young kid. But also, and he has slowed the guy down. So he's put the work in the early rounds. But he's allowed to do so much good stuff with the feet because Boccianchi is just a walking target.
Yeah, there's going to be tougher tests out there for Hedges for sure as he works away at the body again. I'd like to see him in there with someone that, again, reminding ourselves that he is only 20 years old, but
check him in with Bivol.
But someone physically strong who was walking him down. I'd like to see how he would cope with that sort of pressure.
You want a puncher who can't take a punch. You want a guy with a great chin with no power. All those little things that test you.
Yeah, all about progression and learning and improving with each fight. John Hedges has looked good. He's picked the shots really, really well. He's enjoyed himself, and you can't often say that in a fight, but he can in this one. And they go to work in the closing second of this 8th round. Working the body again. John Hedges is on the back foot. Boccianchi under the cross, but he hears the final bell. He survives. John Hedges, no doubt, going to 8-0. He enjoyed himself in there. He was relaxed, comfortable. And another box ticked moving forward for John Hedges.
Yeah, I think so. I think he boxed really well. His fight management was good. Let's say that. You know, I think he made the investment in the early round so he could have a comfortable finish of the fight. And I think he closed the distance early in the first few rounds and smothered a bit of his work, but adjusted and then found the range perfectly well, I thought, in the later rounds at Barak.
Right, and I just want to give him credit because he asked for this kind of opponent. He asked for an opponent with a solid record. He got a guy who, you know, got stopped once, but that was by a Bulgarian killer who has a 100% knockout rate. You know, so he was in there to fight all 8 rounds. And it was a good display. If he could just master his distance a little bit, I think he would have hit the buttons a little bit better and might have got a stoppage.
Well, I think they'll see, because they got 2 great trainers in his corner, by the way, the Tibbs family. But they will see it in this fight and think, actually, he can be an aggressive fighter, but still be in a safe place because he is so long and he can punch and move behind those long shots.
Right, he's going to be the tallest guy and the longest guy in this division more than likely in every fight. You're right.
Well, another good performance from John Hedges. no doubt moving, like I say, to 8-0, an accomplished performance. And there's still more to come from this young man, only 20. The young man, John Hedges from Essex. Our MC is ready with the result. Let's hand you over to David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds here at the O2, we go to referee Kieran McCann's scorecard. It reads 80-72 for your winner. He's still undefeated, the gentleman, John J. Hedges.
Yeah, and John Hedges goes to 8-0 with a solid performance against Daniel Bokianski. It was a good performance. He was comfortable, he was relaxed, calm. There's more to come as well, and that's exciting for John Hedges. So, from me, Barack, Barry, well done, lads. I've enjoyed your company. Remember, 7 p.m, very soon, 5 minutes. Get all the action live only on DAZN. AJ Franklin. Do not miss this one. The show's going to be a cracker. Thanks for joining us, guys. Enjoy the rest of the show.
The new dawn of Anthony Joshua begins, with all future fights live exclusively on DAZN. Rising with a clear mission. Come back stronger. Redemption is in the ring. Witness the rise. Starting with Joshua versus Franklin, April 1st, live only on DAZN. Sign up at DAZN.com.